of the Phoenix. We must watch ourselves.
All right, folks, we are live and in person here in Marvel Heroes 2016 edition. This is your host, ID Jester. Figured haven't done any Marvel Heroes on my live stream, so figured we'll do that again. If you're new to my channel, haven't watched any of my other videos, we have all of the heroes up to level 60, every single one of them, even including the brand new Angela hero, which is the newest hero in the Marvel Heroes universe here. I don't know what that brings us up to. That's a good question. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, 59. 59 heroes is where we're at in Marvel Heroes. So if anybody wants to see any heroes specifically, let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat, and I will be certain to play that for your delight here. We've got all of them up to level 60. Some of them we've actually, you can see, prestige some of them up. Iron Man, Magneto, Scarlet Witch, Spider-Man, Vision, War Machine, Winter Soldier, whole bunch of them. So if anyone in the chat has a preference to, wants to see any of these specific hero being played, let me know. So who are we going to play today? It's been a long time since I actually played Marvel Heroes. Probably a good 3 or 4 month break. I didn't play any Marvel Heroes at all. And I was kind of, I don't know, just burned out. Didn't enjoy it. Wasn't having fun. It was more work than fun. So it was good to have a nice break now that we're started playing again. Played 3 or 4 times this week. Who haven't we played for a while? Let's see. No one has a favorite? And I guess I'll choose one that maybe I haven't played very much. Let's take thing off here. Bunch of crap. Who are we going to play? Let's see. Let's see if there's anybody we need to upgrade a little bit here. I can kind of tell who I haven't played for a while just by who's been upgraded and who hasn't been upgraded. All right, you know what? We're going to play Punisher. Any Punisher fans out there, let me know in the chat. Oh, hey, 2 Omega points earned. I don't know how we did that, but yay for us. Punisher, he's a beast. He is a beast. We're going to crank through some serious damage. Before we do that, though, we've got to make some adjustments to him. So you can see here, most importantly, you want to get your item grade number 1 and your item grade number 5 upgraded to level 69. These are your most important. Then 2, 3, and 4, as you can see, 2, 3, and 4 are only at level 66. So we should upgrade those as well. All right, let's do that. And item grade number 3. And item grade number 4. And put these back in. There we go. So now we're at 69 across the board. Yeah, we need to make some adjustments on his costume. That is fine. We'll do that real quick. You see our ranged critical chance, 46.4%. That's pretty decent, actually. Critical brutal strike rating is 42.4%. Used to be doing 50-50, but I don't know. They've made some adjustments to the system or something because all my heroes now are way less than 50-50. So they must have done some manipulation of the system. So we got a whole bunch of relics to give him. He's up to 671 now. All right, costume. Let's see here. So we want to make some slight adjustments. So what we're looking for is critical damage rating in item grade number 1. Really? How many times am I going to have to roll this to get that? Critical hit rating, damage rating, not what we want. We want the critical damage rating. Really? Come on. Seriously. There we go. Finally. Jeez Louise. Do the same thing with item grade number 2. Hey, it only took us one time. That's 3 is okay. We just need to go to rank number 4. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Once you got what you want, which we do now, you can always go to reroll the costume affix. So what it'll do is it will just reroll the percentage roll. So you can see there item grade number 1, we got 91%, but it will not change the critical damage rating. So since we already got 1, as long as it's a green number, I'm not going to try and get 100% on each of them. I don't have that much desire to do that. But what I will do is keep crafting them again until I get green. Right now we're doing item grade number 2. It's at 69. Now it's at 20%. And notice it doesn't re-roll the actual bonus. All it does is re-roll the percentage of it. So it took me a while to actually learn that myself. A lot longer than I will admit, because I spent many a moons just re-rolling and re-rolling and re-rolling when I didn't know that you could just do it this way, which makes it so much easier. There we go, 92%. We'll take that. We'll do the same thing for item grade number 3, 0%. That's great. Of course, all this takes a little bit of cow. 99. There we go. We'll take that one. Item grade 4, you can see it costs us 40,000 each time we re-roll it. 61, 77, 80, 74, 61, 8, 15, 43, 67, 75, 88. Again, if anyone in the chat has a favorite hero they want to see played or has any questions, be sure. Oh, there we go, 94. So you can see we're all green now.
When will the battle begin?
And we'll take that. Put that back on us. Now our critical damage rating is up to 267% of normal. Brutal Strikes at 637%. That's crazy good. Crazy, crazy good. If we got our points here. All right, that's fine. How many Omega points do we have to spend? 1,300. So obviously we haven't played him in a little while. So we'll get that bonus up there. We got that buff all the way up. Let's go ahead and buff that up. And see what else we can put points into here. Physical damage, we'll try to max that out. Physical damage rating, we'll try and put some points into that. There we go. Synergy. Let's see what we got for synergy. Wolverine. All right, we can play Wolverine. No problem at all. We will play Wolverine. Let me just see what we have here. All right, let's switch over to Wolverine. I've had a request for Wolverine. Wolverine is a bad man if you set him up right. He can be very, very good.
Quit wasting my time. Do it. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
Kurt's a good guy.
Thanks. All right, first things first, we'll check to make sure all of his items are up. Nope, looks like we got one here.
Frosty kid.
Needs to be upgraded. Slot 4. All right. So the cool thing about Wolverine is his signature power, which is very good. It does some pretty serious damage. All right, not bad. The only problem is you have to get, let's say this is the we'll choose this guy standing here, Wonder Man. You got to make sure you're actually next to him when you're activating it. A lot of the heroes will bounce around and move and stuff, so you can't waste your attack. So that's the main thing. But there's also one kind of, I guess, exploit we can use. Notice the cool thing about Wolverine's signature power. The one thing that makes it unique compared to every other signature power in the universe is his cooldown is 15 seconds. 15 seconds, which means you can activate it every 15 seconds, which is crazy good. You just have to make sure you're standing next to somebody. Now, knowing that, we actually have an item here that almost breaks the system, and that's called the West Sentinel Targeting Unit artifact. Cool thing about this is obviously it gives us a nice critical hit rating of 97% roll on that. That's even cool. The cool thing about it is it reveals enemies on the minimap within a range of 1,553 when you use your signature power. All targets around you are scanned for weaknesses and become vulnerable, taking 10% more damage from you and your allies. Additionally, you gained 271 damage rating versus vulnerable targets for 10 seconds. So whenever we use our signature power for the next 10 seconds, everyone becomes weakened and vulnerable. Well, remember, we just looked at this. Wolverine's signature power happens every 15 seconds. So that means 10 seconds of the time with this unit, you're going to be hitting somebody that's weakened and vulnerable every 10 of the 15 seconds. So just about all the time you fight somebody, they're going to be vulnerable and weakened because of Wolverine's very quick signature power. Makes him very, very good. If you got the West Sentinel Targeting Unit. Let's see what other upgrades we need for him. Make sure he's got all the blessings. Let's see, we have some more of these artifacts we can give him. Good for him. We got some pizza and some of this.
First time I met the Hulk.
Activate our muffins. What else do we need to activate? We'll take our chest with us. I think that's everything. Is that everything? You know what? We deserve. Know what we need to do? We need to give him a nice visual. Let's give him. Oh, he's already got the Midtown Gold spotlight. Oh, there we go. So, if you play on Mondays, which you sure should. How do you get the Sentinel artifact? That is a great question. I'm trying to remember. I think it's a random drop from the Sentinel bosses in Midtown Patrol. I believe you might be able to find it in some other areas as well. I think I actually got it from like Is it? No, it wasn't Jarvis. Who the hell was it? I think it was. No, let me think.
Your mind is about to think.
It was during a special event where they were giving away like.
Relax. I have had no Ultron-related malfunctions in weeks.
Yeah, I don't think it was that either. I think it was like during a event. They were giving away. You earn so many. Whatever they were dropping, and then you went and turned them in for bonuses, and one of the bonuses was like a blue chest, and the blue chest had a bunch of artifacts, and it was just a random drop in one of those chests. So I think that's how I got it, but I think you can get it from a random drop from Sentinels. The pizza will give you +2 fighting and -1 speed debuff for an hour. It does have a 24-hour cooldown, so activate it. Gives you 2 fighting. And a -1 speed debuff for an hour. And our newspaper here gives us +2 intelligence buff, and you're able to see enemies on the mini map for an hour. Some more random drop bull. Let's see what we got for Omega system. We got 195 points with him still, so let's upgrade. We'll upgrade that. That sounds good. So 195 points has obviously been a little while since I played with him. Just a little while. Let's see. You see we got his Savage Axe there. Up to level 4.5. So we're getting a nice boost to that. Stat-wise, you can see our melee is at 46.1% chance of criticals. Our critical damage rating is at 260% of normal. Brutal strike rating is 42.3% and 530% normal damage. So we should have blessings of Gila across the board, which we do. We don't have any available skill points. No, we don't. As far as our... we do have a stance. You can choose one of these 2 stances. You can either choose Berserker Warpath or the Chudan no Kamai. I choose this one obviously, and active, keep it active all the time. So, and the rest of our powers, we pretty much use our Bloody Claws, which of course we use the Bloody Claws for, we use the Blessed Sabertooth Fury Mane, which is going to give us damage against anyone bleeding. Several of our powers will bleed, the Bloody Sweep and the Bloody Claws. Both of those will do bleed damage. Sure, I will show you my Omegas. Think of how. So here's what we got. We'll start at the beginning here. I like to start. All right, so I always start with mutation because this is usually the most important one. So you want to definitely max out Warpath if you have the Omegas, obviously, and then Frenzy for the melee damage. Then we actually have points here in Harpy, which is a little unusual, but for critical hit and brutal strike rating when you hit with the melee power is pretty good. We, of course, max out Spin Tech, which you should do on all your heroes. Then we got a bunch in the human augmentation here. We actually went down this path to get to Weapon X for, again, melee, brutal strike, and critical hit damage. We've maxed that out. And then from Deathlock straight down here to get the strength bonus and the bonus to physical damage. And then Melt Face gives us 1200 brutal damage rating. It's pretty cheap, so that's not bad there. And then we have some in the neural enhancements. We got the tactical neural implants, again, for the critical damage rating and the melee critical hit rating. So max that out as well. And I believe, oh yeah, we got the Earth, point in the Earth, point in the Moon, which I pretty much do in all my heroes just for the bonuses. And then we've maxed out Hala again for the physical attack damage. It was a special request. A special request. Again, I have all the heroes maxed out, ready to go. I have a few favorites. I don't mind playing any of them. So, by special request, we're going to Midtown. Let's go kick some ass in Midtown. Midtown Patrol, here we go. Is an event going on right now to farm Omegas? Right now, it is, what is going on? Cosmic Chaos is live. Collect Cosmic World Stones, and you get extra Cosmic progression. So, yeah, no, I don't think to farm Omegas, I don't think anything special is going on right now. Alright, let's go kick somebody's ass here. I haven't played Wolverine in a while, so it might take me a little bit to remember how to play him. There's a million. There's another 2.6 million. There's another 2 million. There's another million. Then we got our signature. Oh, she didn't even last long enough to get all my signature power up. Hey, go over there. There we go. Alright, so what are we going to kill? Oh, we got bosses. We'll go after bosses. Alright, time to kick your ass. Come back here. Stop running from me, you big coward. Where are you? Come here. There's a 1.8 million, a 1.9 million, a 1.2 million, a 2.3 million. That's a pretty good combo there. There's a 2.4 million. Get out of there. Don't let him run you over. Okay. Get out of there. We got him trapped in the corner now. Wolverine's or Rhino's dead. I've basically been fighting all the bosses by myself here, just basically kicking their butts. Oh, let's get the other bosses. Hello. Oh, Bullseye, there you are. Oh, we gotta get away from him. He's got a nasty, one of the worst nasty abilities in the game. 1.4 million, get back. Oh, I missed my ultimate there, or my my finishing move of my signature power, so that kind of sucked. Get out of there. Bullseye lasted about 15 seconds. That's pretty good. Usually bosses don't last that long against me. Give me somebody to hit. Thank you. Come on. Get him. Alright, let's go after Crossbones down here. Where are you, Crossbones? There's a 1.7, 1.9, and a 2.7. So that's... I probably hurt him pretty bad right off the bat. And he's down. Just like that. Boom, gone. Alright, who we going after? Black Cat? Sure, we'll kill her. That sounds good. That's danger. That's dangerous. All those damn... So you can see, I guess the one problem Wolverine has, his only issue, is he doesn't have any good area powers. So he can't take out huge groups of enemies as good as other heroes. He's great against single bosses or group of bosses, or if you got other people with you and playing, because, you know, they're not all going to be targeting Wolverine. But if Wolverine's in an area where there's 50, you know, minions shooting at you or whatever, he can run into problems. You saw there our health actually went down quite a bit. And if I wouldn't have left the area, I probably would have been dead. Yeah, so that's his one deficit. He just doesn't have his area of attacks are really, this is really his only one. And it only does, you know, around him. So he doesn't have any auras that'll last, you know, for 5 seconds on the ground or anything like that. Where did what's his face go? Oh man, did somebody kill him? Oh, they must have. All right. So I mean, you can take out groups of enemies around you. It's just you can't just put an area of effect on the ground and then just have them get wiped out by your area of effects. But we'll go kill Sinister here. Nah, I don't think so, buddy. You can run, but you can't hide. Oh, that power is just so good. Let me show you that here in a second. Do I have a link to my build? No, I have a link to my brain, I guess. I don't build anything specific. There's certain powers I like, and that's the powers I choose. I don't post any of that stuff online or anything like that. Is anybody else alive? No, that's it, huh? Alright. I'll tell you how I build my heroes. Ready? It's pretty simple. And this pretty much goes for every hero in the game. You find out what they do really well, and you just maximize that as much as you can. So if a hero is really tough, you just make them tougher. If a hero is really fast, you make them faster. If a hero does a lot of damage, you just make them do more damage. That will give you the best bang for your buck. Find out whatever they do really well and just maximize it, and do everything you can to maximize it. So in this case, Wolverine, he has several bleed powers. So we're going to find things that make, we're going to do extra damage against, we're going to find items that do things that'll give him bleed damage. Or the other thing I do really well with him is because of that thing we talked about in the beginning, where he has his signature power every 15 seconds. So we're going to find ways to manipulate that in the game. That's why we put the Sentinel, whatever that thing is called, this Blessed Sentinel targeting unit on Wolverine, because that's just going to maximize his ability for his signature power that much more than every other hero in the game. So find out what they do really, really well and just maximize it as best you can. Oh my gosh, really? I hate these little minions that come in and they think they're so badass. There's 1.7 million. And she's down. Oh, looks like we have an invisible woman helping us now. So you can make any hero really, really good just by following my guidelines. Find out what the heroes do really well, make them that much better at doing it. What are we trying to do here? Oh, we got to rescue some civilians. I guess we should be concentrating on that, I guess. Oh, we got some more bosses coming in already, though. Alright, well. Do. Oh my god, did you see how fast his health went down? That was incredibly good. 1.8 million, 1.7 million. I mean, that's just crazy good damage. When I got several bosses around, I used my little sweeping claws, because it'll do bleed damage on all of them, which is obviously good. Do my eviscerate power. Oh, I just rocking and rolling. Let's see what we got here. Anything good? Pretty darn good. Oh, you know what? Let's go kill him. We're gonna rescue some civilians too, so we can complete our. It's pretty good when you can do like 1.5 million, 1.5 million, and then do like a 3 million, and then you can get it back every 15 seconds. That's pretty darn good. I mean, even with all these minions running around, it didn't take us long to take them out. Wolverine's a beast. He can be really, really good if you set him up. You get the items. He's slow too. That's, I guess, another. Oh, look at that! Made it just in time. I guess he's not slow. It's just he does take fury to lunge forward. So I guess another one of his deficits is, you know, if I got to run all the way across the map, by the time I get over there, he's only going to have, you know, half of his fury, which means I'm going to be starting the battle off kind of at a deficit. So it means I've got to use my basic attacks to get my fury back. Come back here. There's a 2.8 million. Let's do eviscerate. 2.3 million, and that wasn't even a crit. I mean, that wasn't even a brutal strike. It was just a crit. 2.3 million. That is super good power. I'll show you my build, though, if you're interested. So, maxing out Bloody Sweep, maxing out Bloody Claws. We're going to do both of those for the bleed damage. Bleed damage, bleed damage. Eviscerate, which is going to do 20% extra damage for each grievous wound. And you can see here one of these. What is it? This one? One of these. I think maybe they both actually do grievous wounds. So Eviscerate does 200 to 300,000 points of damage plus 20% extra for grievous wounds. This one, the Impale there, does almost 500,000 points of damage minimum. Yes, he does have a motorcycle. Yeah, they all have a travel power now, but the problem is you need to have enough slots on your bar to put it, which you can see I don't. So with the motorcycle, where is the motorcycle now? Right there. It doesn't cost you any spirit or fury or whatever you want to call it for your heroes to get from one area to the next. If you have to lunge forward, it does. So problem is I use every one of these powers. Feral Roar is an area power. Gives us a bunch of fury back and weakens enemies and gives you and your allies accuracy. So of course we max that out. We use the Wet Work here, which has a passive effect and also a nice little buff for 7 seconds. So it gives us extra attack and movement speed. Yeah, yes, that is true. You can press R just to use your travel power. Problem is I am left-handed, which means I have my mouse in my left hand and my right hand is on the keyboard arrows. So I would have to look down at the keyboard to try and find the R key just to use it. So I know I can remap it and all that. I just don't use it enough to make it worth it. Then he has a passive power. Where is it? There it is. Adamantium Skeleton. Max that out for his passive abilities there. And I think that is pretty much it. So you can either go with the Bloody Sweep and the Bloody Claws, or you can go with the Swift Claws, which actually does a little bit more damage and has some critical hit rating. It doesn't have the bleed, and because what I talked about just a minute ago, when you find something that your hero does really well, you want to maximize it. So when we're doing bleed powers, and even though this power does less damage than this one, I'm going to use it because it's going to give me the bleed effect, which then will activate my Sabertooth Fury main. And in fact, we should probably see if he even has a. Let's see if we have another Sabertooth medallion here. Oh yeah, by the way, I picked this up the other day, and you can notice you can hold the Alt key down on your keyboard, and it'll give you the percentages, rolls for everything, which is like something they added about a year ago. I mean, it's been on for a while, but a lot of people still don't know that they've done that. But anyways, so you can see here that we have a 100% roll on the one, we got a 46% on the other one. So what I'm looking for, oh yeah, so I was going to show you guys this. I picked this up the other day, and I don't know why or how, but it literally rolled 100% on everything. I don't know if it was like a special event thing or whatever, but it rolled 100% on everything, which is very unusual. Very, very unusual. So, anyways, we're looking to see if we have another. What are we looking for? We're looking for Sabertooth. Yes, we do have a Sabertooth right here. So 8% chance to cause target to bleed. And we have a damage boost versus bleeding enemies, which are going to be bleeding all the time anyway. So yeah, we're going to make the change. Again, maximizing the things that he does really, really well. So since he does bleeding, we're going to put in as much That's going to help us with that as we can. Oh, you know what? I forgot to activate all of our special goodies. Because I'm an idiot. Activate all these other things. There we go. Got a few things. We'll activate our special chest. Hey, we got an eternity splitter out of it. We'll activate this, we'll activate this, we'll activate this, we'll activate... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where is it? Pizza? There it is. Alright, so there we go.
I do enjoy a nice, quiet laugh.
Alright, let's put all this back into our stash here. We don't need this, this. We'll hold on to that. Get rid of this, get rid of this. Put our pizza back, put our newspaper back. Put our special chest back. Sell this. Matrix of Unbinding. There we are. And what do we get? Ooh, a whole purple item. Yay.
I have a few new toys for you to check out.
Yo. I can't sell it to you? Okay, then get rid of it. I don't care about your stupid purple item at all. So, let's check one more thing here. Let's look at our synergy. If you're going to go with creatures that bleed, you want to make sure you have X23 because she will give you plus 2% damage versus bleed, plus 2% damage versus bleed. And also you want Black Cat because she will give you 2% damage versus bleed as well. So make sure you have both of those heroes if you're going to go with the bleed. You don't necessarily need to go with the bleed, like I mentioned. You can actually go with the Swift Claws, which does more damage, and the Rending Sweep. So a lot of people use this. Other people use this combo. So it's either one or the other. Almost everybody I know plays with Impale and Eviscerate because those two are his other good powers. Of course, you want to maximize your signature power, maximize your passive power, and I went with Wetworks. I think other people go with some other things, but 7 of the 8 powers pretty much everybody uses, and then the 8th power, a lot of people choose different things based on what they want to do. I went with Wetworks because it gives us a nice little buff, but you could choose Feral Roar instead, or Can't Keep Me Down, you know, all kinds of different powers. And then, of course, you can choose one of these two. We got the Berserker Warpath or the Shudenko Konami, something like that. One or the other. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, whatever you want. All right, so that's a good look at Wolverine. Emma is the beast. Yes, Emma is a beast. I've probably played maybe 5,000 hours of this game so far, and Emma Frost has the most damage on a single target of any hero in the game. She actually had 19 million points of damage in one strike against an enemy. So, yes, Emma Frost can be very, very good. I think I actually posted a video that had that on it.
I thought you'd never call.
Two heroes are better than one.
Get out of the way, you stupid message. Well, let's see what we need for upgrades here. 69, 69, 69, 69, 69. We still haven't ranked her up there. Why does she have that on? Sure, I guess we could use that. Yeah, I haven't worked on Emma in a long, long time.
Would you like to see something I
but
just invented?
she could be pretty darn good. Oh, hey, I got 5 more I can give you there. And she's probably got a bunch of Omega points. 119, actually. Let's see what we want to purchase with her. Let's see here. Dun 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 dun. Let's max that out. What is she? She's mental and physical, right? Mental and physical, eh? So we should use a little bit of. You get mental damage when you hit with the physical power. Oh, I gotta put a point in that first. Get 1% physical when you hit with the mental.
They must have low standards.
You and your allies get 1% base mental damage for 10 seconds when you hit with the physical power. Yeah, I don't have enough points left for that. That's fine. Okay.
Raise the humility.
What do you have? Your build's mostly mental. Yeah. I went with the combo because of the power cosmic and mostly for the power cosmic. Yeah, she's got this Storm Giant Magi power. And if I can get this activated before I activate her signature power, it's always a good 8 to 10 million points of damage from what I remember. It's been a while since I actually played her, so it'll be interesting to see. Let's go find a boss to kill. Here's a boss. Alright, let's activate our signature power. Yeah! Come back here. I have to activate my... Yeah, like I was...
And collect my thoughts.
Alright. Get the hell out of the way, people. Coming through. I gotta remember to activate our special... Yeah, I gotta remember to do that. What legendary do I use for Wolverine? I use the Savage Axe. Definitely the Savage Axe gives me the more bang for my buck. What do we have here? Why am I getting these messages now? I should have these messages like an hour ago when I logged in. Oh, plus, I don't know if there's some lag going on or what. Alright, let's go kill these bosses. We're going to get some serious damage if I can remember to activate my... Always remember to activate your buffs before you activate your powers. There was a 16 million right up there. Believe it or not, I don't know if you guys saw that or not. There was a 16 million points of damage there. Get out of the way. Don't let them run you over. Thank you. Sometimes they're hard to see when you got all these, numbers flashing on the screen, but it's always cool to see a nice 16 million points of damage like that. Let's wait for our buff. There we do. All right, here we go. Get ready. Watch. Ah, I don't think I saw one that time. Hey, an unstable molecule. Geez, I finally got one of those. Hey, that's nice. There was a 13 million. Yeah, 16 million points of damage. That's pretty good, considering. Wow, I've got to do some work on her. Look at her stats. Phew, pretty good stats. Her mental is up to 53% of crits. Her damage is at 235%. Brutal strike is at 40%. Yeah, I'm going to have to change out a few things on her I'm not 100% happy about. Our summon ally damage is only 134.7%. I'm not using her summons as a true, summoned. I don't plan on doing a lot of damage with my summons. I mean, I think they will be okay. And let's see if we can take him out. Here we go. 8.9 crit. 8.9 million crit. It wasn't even a brutal strike, and it did 8.9 million. So yeah. Emma Frost does a lot of damage. Holy shit. Oh, that's funny. 8.9 crit. Some heroes wish they could do that with a brutal strike. So what I like is I like to get into areas where it's just me, there's no other heroes around, and then I can really see the numbers a little easier. I mean, you can always rewind the video and watch them afterwards, but you got too many other graphic effects going on. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, and there's the other issue I have with Marvel Heroes, is if you use your power and kill the hero, it will not put up the actual damage that you do. So you have to activate that. Does Wolverine do more than that? Wolverine does not do more than that, no. As I mentioned, Emma Frost does the most damage with a single attack of any hero I have. I've seen from Emma Frost, as I mentioned, we just saw it just a minute ago, 15 million, 16 million, 18 million, and I actually got a 19 million with her. And again, she's not even maxed out that much. I've got a few things I need to do to get her maxed out so she can even do more damage. But with that said, Wolverine can do... so Wolverine doesn't do 16 million points of damage in one thing, okay? The reason he doesn't do that is because his signature power isn't a single attack. Like hers is a single attack, and you can see it does between 1.7 and 2.6 million just by itself, okay? Wolverine, on the other hand, does 8 attacks. So with Wolverine, you might get, a 1 million, a 1.7, a 1.8, and then a 2.6, and a 1.4. And so when you add all that stuff up, he's probably doing between 8 to 12, 13 million probably with his. I think it's, you know what? How many attacks does he do? Let me just double check that. Wolverine. Let's switch back to Wolverine real quick here. His is 8 times. So you're going to activate it 8 times. So you're not going to get a 16 million points of damage in one shot, but you can do a 2 million, a 2 million, a 2 million, 2 million, 2 million, 2 million. Multiply that by 8. And you're up to 16 million points of damage. So I think Wolverine probably does less. I think Wolverine's probably signature power on average 6 to 10 million. But remember, his happens every 15 seconds. Emma Frost is every
Very well.
30 seconds. So you're getting to activate your signature power twice as often as Emma Frost. You're doing yours every 15 seconds, and Emma Frost is doing hers every 30 seconds. Plus, she only gets this really good damage when she's got her unlock potential buff, which is an extra 5% damage on all your powers. Blah 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 blah. So you want to activate this buff, and this buff is 30 seconds as well. So you activate your buff and you activate your signature power, and you get like one big explosive attack. And then you have to wait 30 seconds. And I mean, she does some okay damage beside that. Nothing great, but nothing bad. She does okay. But then every 30 seconds, you're doing between 10 and 20 million points of damage. Pretty. I mean, you're going to be doing 2 million points of damage, and even if it doesn't get a signature, if it doesn't get a critical hit or a brutal strike, you're going to be doing 2 million points of damage. But Emma Frost has the biggest one-time shot of all the heroes that are in the game for me. Now, we can even do better than that because I've noticed our critical damage ratings are our costume is messed up. So I need to fix that. Yeah, that's okay. That's not the best. Just think when we get her rank 4 and rank 5 up here. Just think how much damage she's going to do then, okay? Just think when she's at rank 5, every time she hits with a mental, energy, or physical power, we're going to gain +1 to all attributes for 10 seconds. And we can stack this once per damage type. So we're going to be getting +2 to all of our attributes because we're using physical and mental. So we kick them, we get the physical damage. We use our telepathic torment, we get the mental damage. We activate our buff, which is going to give us a huge boost to our attack. And then we activate our signature power. And we rinse and repeat this process over and over and over again. And then in between all this, we're just going to use our Psy Bolt for a little bit of damage and our Astral Rip for a little bit of damage. So back and forth, and then kick, telepathic torment, activate our buff, and then our signature power. And then back to Psy Bolt, Astral Whip, Psy Bolt, Astral Whip, Psy Bolt, Astral Whip, rinse and repeat. And like I said, you're going to be doing 10 to 20 million points of damage every 30 seconds. That's not bad, by the way. I don't know if you're familiar with Marvel Heroes, but that's very, very good, actually. And we're not even using the best pet we have for her. I think we actually have, you know what? I don't have a good pet for her because when I hit with a physical power, I'm going to gain extra energy damage. What I need to get is one that says when you hit with a physical power, gain 10% mental damage. Oh my god. That would be the perfect one for Emma Frost if we could get that. If we could get that, that would be so good. So there's certain other things we can do. So, when your hero gets up to level 60, you're not done. You are certainly not done. What you need to do is a few other things. For example, we need to add rune words to all our items. Okay? So you want to add your rune word, which will give you even some more nice bonuses. So, for example, I'm just looking at my items here. You don't want to do this and then trade out an item because you'll just lose all your rune words. So, Am I looking forward to the big items update? Good question. I don't know anything about the big items update. I don't know. You're probably new here since I started, but I haven't played Marvel. I played 5,000 hours of Marvel Heroes, but it's been about 3 or 4 months since I played. So I kind of just haven't played it for a while. So I haven't been on the forums. I haven't checked any of the posts. I haven't done anything until this week. We played a couple times. Uh, so yeah, Emma Frost. So we played a little bit of Wolverine to show some people here how to play some Wolverine, and we played a little bit of Emma Frost. If you just got on our live stream, you missed Emma Frost doing 16.9 million points of damage with her signature power just a few minutes ago. And as I mentioned to the chat just a few minutes ago, Emma Frost, of all the heroes in the game, Emma Frost has done the single most damage in a single attack. That doesn't mean she does the most damage of everyone in the game. In fact, she's in the top 5 right now after her update, but she's not number 1. There is another hero that I did. I think he's got 3 attacks for his signature power. First attack did 8 million, the second attack did 7 million, and the third attack did over 10 million. I think it was 12 million. So in that 6-second span, I did 26 million points of damage. So even though Emma Frost did the most damage in a single attack, another hero has beat her out with total damage from signature power. So yeah. But as I mentioned, Emma Frost is not finished. I need to fine tune her. I need to spend some time and fine tune her. And this is where I kind of I got burned out because I literally spent 500 hours in the game, going through and making sure every hero had a legendary game. Every hero had all the items upgraded and all their U-Forged items and all their blessings and everything. And by the time I got finished, I was so burned out. Thor's Sig is very good as well, as long as you absolutely, let's switch to Thor right away. Thor has the best buff in the game. If you are new to Marvel Heroes, Thor has, for Asgard, he has the best buff in the game. So if you activate this before you activate your signature power, you will do a ton more damage. So make sure you absolutely activate for Asgard before you activate your signature power. It's not bad. The reason you probably don't do as much damage is because this power is in cooldown every 20 seconds. So, you're not going to get as much damage in a single attack than other heroes that are going to have their signature power every 30 seconds or 40 seconds or 50 seconds because you get to do yours a lot more than they do. The heroes that do like one big attack have to wait for their signature power for a long, long time. You, on the other hand, get to do 8 to 12 million points of damage every 20 seconds. And then if your for Asgard is not on cooldown, you're going to get an extra 20% on top of that. So pretty good damage. Thor was, if you haven't looked at my YouTube channel, I did a review of every single hero in the game, rating them from power rank. I think at the time there was 52 heroes in the game, or 53 heroes, from heroes of 50 all the way from 53 all the way up to number 1. And Thor was my number 1 hero from last year. So according to the builds and the power, and everything else, I ranked Thor number 1. Now, with that said, I should mention that back in the day, I got to hit the right button. I didn't have every hero didn't have a legendary item. Every hero didn't have blessings. Every hero didn't have everything. So what I started this year was to go through, and this is probably why I got burned out, because I went through and I upgraded every single hero. I gave them all legendary items. I gave them all artifacts. And I'm not just talking, just regular artifacts. We're talking about the best of the best artifacts for every single hero. I mean, decent artifacts for every single hero. Oh, she doesn't have one. I probably put hers in my stash for some reason. But you can see they all have legendary items. They all have artifacts. They all have blessings. They all have U-Forged items. They all have level 69 gear. They all got their costumes. They all got insignias. They all got rings. They all got relics. They all got everything upgraded completely. So this way I can give a fair assessment of every single hero based upon equal standards, because they all have legendary items, they all have blessings, they all have everything. So this year, if I get a chance and I do another review of all the heroes, they will all be upgraded. There will be none of this, well, good artifacts so hard to get. I guess, is that a statement or is that a question? There are ways to get decent artifacts. If we go back to Avenger Tower real quick, so I don't have to listen to that annoying music. I don't know why when you're standing in Midtown Patrol in the base, they want to play that stupid music over and over and over again. It can be so annoying. There are ways to get artifacts. Let's see. I'm trying to remember who did it, but there was an event they ran. Oh, it was their 5th anniversary birthday sale, or third anniversary. I keep saying that. Let's start over, Kirk. Hello. It was their 3rd birthday special they had in like June or July of this year. And they were dropping birthday cakes and everything. And you could take the birthday cakes and turn them into one of these people. I forget which one it was. And they had an artifact that you could get, an artifact box, and it gave you random artifacts. And I literally picked up like 50 artifacts or more during that time. So it just depends when you play. I mean, as you can see, because I got all these spray paints. I got, how many spray paints do I freaking need? I wish you could give them away, but you cannot trade them and you cannot drop them. You can't get rid of them. I mean, I could just trash it. But again, it depends when you play. If you're playing at the right times, you can get those artifacts. And I mean, I got pages and pages of good artifacts. I mean, I got some that, I got Mayhem Demon Blood. I've got Scroll Communicating Devices. I've got Spider Clone Serums. I've got EMP devices. In fact, I think this is the first EMP device I actually picked up. I've got some hide formulas. I've actually got this one. Yeah, hide formulas. These are all really good. Where's my others? I think I got several pages of. Is this my other? There we go. We got some mental focus headbands. We've got some white suit jackets. Nick Fury was right. Flag of the Skrull Empires. Mole Man staffs if you're looking for summoned heroes. Black Cat's advanced grappling hook, which is good for heroes that do movement damage. Lizard formula there, that's a really good one. So if you just look at my list of heroes, we've got a lot of them Oh yeah, this is another thing, that you could get from that buff that we just talked about, the third birthday sale or whatever. You could get these blessed improved arc reactor artifacts. Gives you 2 energy, like 345 spirits, some extra damage versus bosses. So you know, all of my heroes have pretty decent items. I'm not going to say they have, every hero has the best of the best because I don't have 60 gems of the curse, but I probably have 20 of them, I would think. Uh, let's see. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. Ah, bring my goddamn information back up. That was 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Do, 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 do. 11. So far, 11. 12, 13, 14, 15. Uh-oh, running out of heroes. 16, 17,
I wish I could pull off a mustache like Dr. Strange.
17. Yeah, so I got
No, wait.
17. Curse Gem and Skull Flag. Yeah. You don't even have one, and I've got 17 of them. And not only that, but I think I've given some away. When I've done live streams, I've actually had people join me in game, and I've given some of my stuff away to people, mostly newbies, to give them buffs and get them on the path. Um, to kind of get people started. Because I know when I first started, I didn't have jack shit either. So, I mean, it takes you a while to get the stuff. I've gotten probably the number one item is, of course, the best gem of the curse is probably, kind of the best, item. Second best item is usually considered the best hand of doom. And mostly that's because the items you want to get yourself are going to give you advantages to your or buffs to your critical hit rating and your brutal strike rating. Because when you hit level 60, that's damage is the name of the game, doing a lot of damage, and that's based upon your critical hit rating and your brutal strike rating. So you want to get these as high as possible. You can see here my brutal strike rating is only 31. Well, no, I can't. I'd have to switch. Yeah, let's go ahead and switch. That's fine. Switch heroes.
5 more minutes, Aunt May.
My physical is 54.7%. So half the time I'm going to do a critical hit. And when I do a critical hit, 45% of the time I'm going to change it to a brutal strike. So half the time I'm going to be doing 221% extra damage, and half of the time from that I'm going to be doing 572% damage. So you obviously want to do 572% damage because you're going to be doing a lot more damage that way. So it makes sense, right? Oh, you got a Hand of Doom. All right. Yeah, these are pretty tough. They're pretty rough. For newbies or people that are new to Marvel Heroes, the best advice I can give you, well, I keep saying that because there's a lot of good advice. Okay. So one of the things I can say is stay with it and keep playing. And right now they're kind of in a lull, I guess. You can see we're doing the, I don't know, whatever this is, the fall pumpkin Halloween or whatever event. But come like Christmas time, um, like between Thanksgiving and Christmas, they're running events like super events. That's what this third birthday anniversary back in July was. It was like a month event, and heroes were getting buffs. They were dropping these special things you could run over and pick up, and then it told you to go kill a hero. And when you go kill a hero, it has a big loot explosion, and all that stuff. So, um, you don't get that stuff all the time. So, in the middle of October or beginning of October, like we are currently, there's like no. I mean, they always have an event going on. Like right now, it's the Cosmic Chaos. You're just picking up these cosmic world stones or whatever, and you can turn them in. So they're always running some kind of event. But obviously, the best time to play is when they're running their super events, which are usually one in the summer for their birthday celebration, and one in the between Thanksgiving and Christmas, they run another super event, and you can just get tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of great crap. Tons and tons. I mean, I've been getting rid of stuff because I've got,
I do enjoy a nice.
what do I have here? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. I got 16 stashes that are like jam-packed full of stuff. I can't literally hold much more stuff. As you can see, I have very few spots left. Fortunately, a lot of this stuff stacks, but some of it doesn't. Like all of these things here, which are the Team Iron Man Spotlight. So that was another big event they had, was the when what was it? Marvel Heroes Civil War movie came out. They had a big event then, and so like you were either on Team Iron Man or you were on Captain America's team. Do you finish all stories before rolling a character, or does it matter? I don't run the stories at all. If you want to level up your characters, forget the stories. The story is good, and play through the story at least once. But once you play through the story, forget the story, go to Midtown Patrol, and just level your character up in there. If you go to my YouTube channel, ID Jester, of course. If you go to my YouTube channel, I've got tons and tons of videos. I literally leveled up Angela here, the new hero. It took me 2 hours on Monday. I leveled her up from level 1 to 60 just by going to Midtown Patrol. Now, you're not going to get all the buffs that I get, okay? So you're not going to be able to do it in 2 hours. So don't get crazy and think you're going to... Oh, that's the wrong button. That was my ultimate power. You got to see my ultimate power. So you're not going to get all the buffs that I get. So you're not going to be able to level up a hero in 2 hours. It's just not going to happen. But this is where you're going to earn the most XP for the time that you spend, as opposed to running around playing the story event 25 times. Yes, you don't want to waste your time doing that. Now, with that said, how many level heroes, 60 heroes, do you have? There's a 4 million and 2.3 million. Hey, Mr. Punch me in the face. I'm going to punch you back in the face. Do. Oh, hey, we got bosses. We don't have our... Nope. Let's put our thing back on there. There we go. There we go. Doombot dead. 4.2 million. 1.7 million. Boombot dead. $1.6 million. 1.5 million. Another Doombot dead. As far as I know, that is not true, because I can fight bosses in here every couple minutes, and you get a lot more XP from killing bosses than you do from killing minions. And these bosses will literally spawn, you know, pretty every 3 minutes. See, right now we're already on a countdown for the next one. Plus, you know, in the meantime, I'm killing minions as well. So you're always basically earning XP. Now, the other thing is, if you want to level your heroes, play on Monday. Monday. Okay? What's going on Mondays, you might say? Well, Mondays is Midtown Madness Monday. That's what's going on. And all the bosses you kill on Monday will drop a special chest, which will give you extra bonus XP, extra loot, all kinds of good stuff. So if you are playing on Mondays, make sure you're playing on Midtown Patrol, because of all the bonuses you're going to get. And you'll level your heroes up that much faster. Again, go watch my videos. I leveled Angela up in 2 hours and 10 minutes from level 1 to level 60 on Mondays. Come on, get off of me, you bastard. Well, I got a Mole Man medallion. Not that I really need that. Midtown Monday Madness. Oh, look at that. That was awesome. Nice roll on that attack. There's a 3 million. All right. Yep. So make sure you play on Monday. It'll level, at least it'll level your heroes. You want to do it on Monday. Okay. Right. Anybody want to see any other heroes played? I just kind of randomly chose Spider-Man because we were talking about something, and there's 1.6 million, and he's dead. What's this? So today's Sunday, so tomorrow everyone should be playing it's your signature power. Bam! 3.6 across the board. That was pretty sweet. So Spider-Man's claim to fame is his signature power will attack literally everyone in the screen. So you could do 3, 6, 8 billion points of damage to everybody on the screen, which is awesome. Which also means it's not going to do a lot of, there's a 4.2 million, which means it's also not going to do a lot of damage, because it's not like you're going to be doing 16 million points of damage to everybody on the screen. So you're gonna be doing some damage, good damage, but you get to do it against a whole bunch of people, as opposed to just single attack. All right, now we got all these guys. Let's see if we can get us a nice 3 million and 2 crits. Okay, well. Best thing about him is he doesn't have much armor, but he's very dodgy, very quick, very reflexy. I don't know if that's obviously it's not a word, but he will do a lot of damage. Does a pretty good serious damage, but he also won't take a lot of damage either, because he just dodges every attack coming at him. He just dodges. So you don't need to have you can see how we have like 20,000 hit points, but he hardly ever gets hit. So it doesn't matter how many hit points you have. As long as alright, what do you want to see? Loki. Okay. Well, first things first, we got to clear out this. So you see, I picked up, since we started playing, Cosmic World Stones, probably about 120 of them or so, I would think. I don't know. I didn't count them, so I don't know. But that's just another resource we are going to be using to get us some goodies. Okay, you go there. You go here. You can be sold. You go there. Wrong button. There's Loki. So here's Loki. I will zoom in so you can see it. But this is not his default costume. Just keep that in mind. This is his special. I'll turn this way so the crowd can see you. There you are. What costume is this? Good question, you might say. Good question. This is his Loki Agent of Asgard costume. Boy, he's got a mess there too. Jeez. Okay, that looks good. So we're using the Neptune's Trident Legendary for Loki because I am all about. Okay, before I get into Loki too much, there are probably 10 heroes in the game now that summon a bunch of creatures. Doctor Doom is one. Who else is a summoner? Iceman's a summoner. Who else is a big summoner? There's a whole bunch of them. Rocket Raccoon's a summoner. Who else is a big summoner? What's his face? The new guy. Magic, yes, Magic, good point. Magic is a summoner. Where's Magic? Yes, Magic is a summoner. Who's the new guy? The new Ultron. There, I couldn't think of his name. He's a summoner. So there's about 10 or 12 heroes that are summoners. Of all of the summoners in the game, for me personally, I focused mostly on Loki summons. So what I mean for that is I don't care how much damage Loki does because I'm gonna buff up all of our summons to do the damage for me. I don't care how much damage I do. I want my summons doing all the damage, which is very unusual compared to all the other heroes that summon. Normally, I do a lot of damage and my summons don't do anything. But with Loki's case, he's my number one summoner. So again, if you're just joining the live stream, I'm going to say it again, and I apologize for those of you who've been here for a while. But what you have to do with every hero in the game, doesn't matter who they are, you find out what they do well, and you maximize it, and you do everything possible you can to maximize it. So for Loki, I'm going to do everything possible to maximize his summons. So if we actually go into our stats, I think I have some ungodly, crazy, super... Yes, so my summons here for Loki are doing 462.9% more damage than they normally do. So basically 500% extra damage is what my summons are doing. So everything I've done for him is about maximizing my summons, doing more damage for my summons. So you can see here 40% extra damage for summons, 19.4% extra damage for summons, 19.4 extra damage for summons, 26.2% extra damage for summons, 19.3% damage extra summons. Our relics are all about summon allied damage. Our legendary is all about summon allied damage. Our uniques and all of our artifacts are for summoned allied damage. And even our pet. Our pets is, the reason I use this pet is for the extra 4% summoned allied damage. The other things are okay as well. 10.3% summoned allied damage. So this is what I'm talking about. When you find something a hero does really, really well, maximize it. Just find things that work well with your hero, and no matter what, your hero will turn out and do really, really well. So you can see I don't actually have a very good insignia for him. So obviously we need to find, what's this? Cosmic World Stone. Pick that up. So again, I'm going to find something that's going to work. What I'm going to look for is there is insignia of Nick Fury, as you can see there. When you use the sealed medkit, you're going to summon a shield tactical agent to fight alongside you for 30 seconds. So it's going to give us another summoned. But the main thing is, when you use any power, you and your allies gain 20% summon damage and +1 intelligence for 8 seconds. So you can see that even if it didn't have as good stats, I want to use this because it's just going to make that much better. So I thought I had another one, but you know what? I might have given it to one of my other heroes already. But we are going to take insignia of Nick Fury, and we're going to trade that out. There we go. And we can trade this out. Yeah, so if we look back at our summons, we're up to 462.9% damage. So when we look at our... Is it this one or is it this one? It is this one. Okay. So our summoned here, if we activate... let's just look at our regular Joe power here. Where is it? Yeah, this one right here. Okay. So our summons are going to do 67,000 to 101,000 points of damage per illusion. We can get, I believe, 5 illusions. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 illusions? So we could have 6 illusions, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, maximum illusion 6 right there in front of me. Duh. So basically, on average, each illusion is going to be doing 100,000 points of damage. Now, don't forget, even though they're doing 100,000 points of damage, my summons are going to be doing 462.9% more damage. So instead of each summons doing 400,000, or I'm sorry, 100. How much was it? Couldn't remember. 67 to 110 thousand points of damage. So with my extra buff, my summons are actually going to be doing a shit ton more of damage. All right. Long story short, that wasn't very short, but anyways, we are going to just summon and let our summons go to town. And then I'm just going to stand back and watch them do work. Look at all these damage numbers. I'm not doing anything. I'm not pressing any keys on my keyboard. I'm basically got my hands up in the air right now. I don't have a thing, but you see all that damage is being done by my summons. I'm not doing anything. Nothing at all. So now you throw me in the mix where I'm doing actually, trying to do damage. And we're going to be able to wipe out these monsters pretty darn quick. Oh yeah, down he goes. All right, let's see if we can find us some bosses or something. Do. Where are they? Here they are. Come on down here. Let's go. There's a 1.1 million. Do. Just gonna let my summons do all the work for me. Do. And Magneto's dead, just like that. I mean, I don't think our health even went down like an inch. It was like barely down at all. Alright, now we'll grow really big. Oh, and that's the other thing that he's got to his advantage is... And another one's dead, just like that. And literally, I'm just like using my basic attack. I'm not doing anything like fancy. I'm not like activating a whole bunch of powers behind the scenes on you guys. I'm literally just using my basic attack because my basic attack for Loki is this one here, and it basically, every time I hit somebody with it, it just summons a new creature. It just summons a new guy for me. So I stand there and just bop him over the head with my little staff, and then I let my summons do all the damage for me. And you can see all these group of like 5 enemies, and I didn't take hardly any damage whatsoever. That's the other thing about summons, is the enemies will fight the summons instead of fighting you a lot of the time, so you're taking a lot less damage. You know what? Let's go kill Black Cat. And occasionally I'll use my signature power, but it's got such a long cooldown I don't get to activate it very often. And I mean, look at her. Just look at her health bar. It's just disappearing before our eyes. I mean, you don't have to look at what's going on the screen. Just look at her health bar. You can just see it just like melts across the screen. Took a little bit of damage there. I don't know, probably because I was talking. Let's see how long it takes us to kill, what's his face here? Crossbones. Again, just look at his health bar up here at the top. Again, all I'm doing is basic attacks. Just let our summons go in there, and you can just see it. It's just big chunks. Now I'm going to activate our signature power because we have the access to that. And you'll just see his health bar just go down farther and farther. And look, it's just like gone. Just disappeared. What ring do I have for him? I will show you in just a second. Try not to get me killed here. Oh, I'll go get my World Stone here. Well, there's actually 2 of them there. Good thing I went back. I have the same ring for all of my heroes. I mean, the stats are different on them, but I'm using the Bloodstone Demon Bands. Again, I got a lot of these rings when they were running some kind of a special event or something like that. And I think you had a random chance of getting one of these rings or getting an artifact or something else, blah, blah, blah. But it's Bloodstone Demon Band. I'm using that for all my heroes. It gives me mental damage rating, regenerate health when you defeat a demon, that's pretty normal on all the rings. Then the summon ally damage, the brutal strike rating, summoned ally duration, and the movement speed. Actually, summon duration is very important for Loki because his summons, unlike some of the other summon people, his summons only last a certain amount of time. 27.2 seconds. So of course you want to keep your bar full, and there are several things you can do that. Number one, you can use your basic melee attack, and the other thing is you can use our little teleport power, which is this one, which will summon a random, or summon a summon there every, what is it? Every time I activate it, or I think there's like a 1 second cooldown or something like that. Anyways. So you can see as time goes by, all of his summons disappear. But if I just teleport, you see one of my summons come in. I can teleport again, another summons, teleport again. And so I just teleport like 5 times really quickly, right? Or 6 times or whatever it is. There we are. And so we're at full summons there. And we'll go kill all these guys. Oh, Dr. Octopus. Oh my god, he's just, look at his health, is just gonna just like evaporate. He's just dead. He's just dead. Again, I'm not doing 15 million points of damage like I did with Emma Frost, but I am doing, as you can see, quite a bit of damage. Because you can just see the boss's health is disappear right in front of your eyes. And in 6 seconds, they are all screwed. Because as soon as I get my signature power back, it's game over, baby. Game over. Here it is. Because it's got this big aura effect. As long as they stand in it, they are just going to just... Look at them. I mean, they just fall over dead. Look at that. Oh, so good. So good. The problem is it only happens every 45 seconds. So you have to time it right, but look at that. I mean, your damage rating goes through the roof, your defenses go through the roof, and each enemy is taking 200,000 points of damage per second. 200,000 points per damage per second for 8 seconds. So they're going to be taking a minimum of 1.6 million points of damage. Minimum 1.6. When you get your critical hits and your brutal strikes in there, anybody standing just in your aura is going to be taking probably between 6 and 8 million points of damage just from your aura alone. And then you get this huge damage buff on top of it. Oh, it's so good. Oh my gosh, it's good. Makes him very, very good. In fact, Arcane Ruin, you say? I don't think, let's see, where's Arcane Ruin? I'm trying to remember the name of that. It sounds familiar. What is the Arcane? Oh, do I have that shield toggle? Oh, I don't even have my shield toggled on. God damn it. So sad. Arcane Ruin, huh? Try to remember which one that is. Bottom right. Yes. Oh, do I use... Oh, yes. This is the one that they explode, right? Is that the explosion one? Overload, yes. Overload your illusions with a surge of magic and have them explode in front of you and do millions of points of damage. Yes, I do that. In fact, let's go do that on, what's his face over here? Mole Man. So we'll activate this, and then we'll have them explode. Do I actually have that power keyed? I don't know if I do, actually. so good. He's so good. Get out of the way, people. Get the frick out of the way. Let's see. Do I have that keyed? I do have that keyed. Okay, it's right there. All right. I'll have to remember to activate it this time. Let's go do it on crossbones, or, well, I guess we'll go do it to the bosses, whatever. Right, bam, explode. Oh, nice. Did you see his health, like, disappear? And I just picked up an artifact. I'm not sure which one it was. Did you see how fast the Doombot disappeared? I mean, he was like there 1 minute, gone the next. Now we'll activate our signature power, and they're all just going to be in big trouble. And then explode in their faces. Oh, another one bites the dust. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, there's a Doombot left. Oh, I didn't even see him there, hiding behind the tree. I mean, that's 5 Doombots in about 20 seconds. That's pretty darn good, I think. Yeah. Boom goes the dynamite, baby. Boom goes the dynamite. The reason I stopped using that power is because I think there is a glitch in the system, actually, that will not... It will not always activate all of the enemy. It won't automatically... Alright, let's start again. It won't blow up all of your summons at the same time. I find the glitch happens where it'll make one of them blow up but not the rest of them. For example, let's see if I can get it to do it. Here he is, and we'll activate it as soon as I get all of our summons over here. And activate it. Activate it. You see it got activated, but I still have all my summons. You see that? You see, but it's on cooldown, so it got activated, right? So how did they all blow up and then rematerialize? That's so I think there's a glitch that, like, sometimes it just doesn't activate. They should blow up like that, right? But it sometimes doesn't blow them all up for some reason. Probably because the game's not meant to be broken like that. Alright. Yeah, Loki is obviously very good hero. He's probably in the top 10, and he's definitely, in my opinion, the #1 summon power hero. So if you're gonna do any summon hero, I think Loki, for me, again, this is my opinion, he's probably the #1 summon hero power-wise. If you just focus in on summons, letting your summons do all the damage, you're not going to be doing, tons and tons and tons, but you see, I've seen a couple million pointers. Let's activate our buff, and then we're going to have him explode. So his health went from here down to about there when I had him explode. So I didn't see a number flash on my screen, which maybe the number was too big and the game system didn't know how to handle it. That's a possibility. Yeah, that's super fun. Super fun to have him explode. But like I said, I don't use it all the time because #1, my summons are doing all of my damage, right? So I don't want them exploding and disappearing and having me have to recreate them. It's better for me to have them in the game doing all the damage for me, right? Well, let's try it again. Come on, give me a good number. Let's see how long these 5 bosses last. Oh, stupid Bullseye and his stupid power. Oh, explode him! There we go. That did some good damage there. Bullseye's dead. He's dead. Who's next? Come on, give him to me. Come on. Green Goblin's dead. Is there anybody left? Where did... Oh, they're out here fighting one another. Oh, and Black Cat joins in. Excellent. I can kill them all at one time now. That's great. Explosion! Ah. Oh, my inventory's full. Inventory's full. Ah. God damn it. So, yeah, speaking of which, we're talking about, let me just go back so creatures aren't making a bunch of noise here. When we look at her powers, I actually set it up for, let's see, we have 2 different builds. One without the actual Arcane Ruin and the Meteoric Illusion, and instead using the illusionary projection and trying to remember. I think the Arcane Binding, is that what we're missing in this one? Yeah, the Arcane Binding. So we went for a little or area of attack, area of effect damage for this one, and got rid of the explosion. Like I said, I don't think the explosion works all the time right, because as I showed you, our summons were still there, but we activated our ability and it was on countdown, but it didn't do any damage. So, I don't know. I don't really care that much to really worry about it, so it depends on what I'm interested in doing. I will use this build or this one. They're pretty much the same except for build A, or build number 1, has Arcane Binding as opposed to these 2, and the Illusionary Projection. Build B has the Meteoric Illusions and the Arcane Ruin, and we don't have Arcane Binding or Illusionary Projection. So one or the other. We have 278 points to spend. Wow. So you can spend a while since I actually played. So again, everything that I can do, summon allied damage, summon allied damage. So anything in here that's giving me summon allied damage. I think there is one. Yep, there it is. Maxed out. So pretty much everything that gives you summoned allied damage is maxed out. You know what I should check is to make sure. Yeah, we got Rocket Raccoon, which is giving us more damage there. I think he's the only hero that gives you bonuses to your summons. It's kind of disappointing I'm only at 462 or whatever it is, because I used to have it almost at 500,000. I lost something somewhere. I gotta remember. Probably traded out an item or something and lost some of that bonus. So what are we at? 2133, 2189. So we just picked up like 50. We'll give that to him. Actually, you know what? Let's see. Do we have any? Yes, we have 62 in our stash. Give them here. We'll give that there. We'll give that there. Let's get rid of all this other crap. Where did I put that? Here? Yes. And I do need to fix his. I do need to fix his costume. He's a mess. Attack speed, critical hit rating, and critical damage rating. That's none of that's what we want. So you notice with his unique items, I'm actually using slot 2 item is an any hero item. It's not a Loki item, which is unusual for me. Yes, the pets +3 fighting is hard to get. Because they will roll lots of different ones, and a lot of times you get, +2, but to get an actual +3 it's pretty. I mean, it's not unusual. I've gotten most of mine have +3 fighting now. There's a 3 fighting, 3 fighting, 3 fighting, 3. There's 3 strength. 3 fighting, 3 fighting, and 3 fighting. So, I mean, it's not unusual. I mean, you'll get it eventually. It's just a matter of how many items you get, and you need to sacrifice. So we're still re-rolling this guy here. We're still waiting to get him leveled up to +3 fighting. Wish me luck. Oh, there it is. What is it? What is it going to be? What's it going to be? +1 strength. Wah, 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 wah. Ah. Great. Just great. But I have most of them at, except for, some of my purple and orange and purple item guys I'm still working on. But +3 strength, that's not too bad. +3 intelligence isn't too bad. But most of my regular pets are at 3. 456. I must have lost some damage somewhere. So up to 13 intelligence, 17 fighting, 7 energy. Boy, that's whew. Yeah, Jeff, just keep rolling. Sooner or later you'll get it. Sooner or later
Few new toys for you to check out.
it's not really common, but it's not that hard. I mean, you'll get it. It's all rolls. It's just a matter of just have them re-roll it and re-roll it until they get the right roll. All right, guys, I am going to grab me something to drink. I will be back. Give me a few minutes, and we'll be back in just a couple minutes here. All right, guys, I'll be right back.
Well, yeah, but Wayne just texted me that, it was on Legacy.
Alrighty, I'm back. Hey, thanks for the host. Alright, we are back. So what other heroes? Anybody want to see anybody in specifically again? I don't know. We've been rolling with a few. I'm just going to leave them on Loki. Who should we play? Who haven't we played in a while? Let's see. Let's play Mr. Fantastic. Anybody ever seen Mr. Fantastic?
No time for sleeping on the job. Let's get back to it.
He's got a really good power.
A lot of progress lately.
Yeah, we'll just use this. It's fine. A lot of people don't play Mr. Fantastic. I find Mr. Fantastic great to play. Oh, wrong way. They're over this way. He's got this ball that just comes down and crashes down on people and does a ton of damage. We killed the guy. Just like that. We killed another guy just like that. Yeah, you don't see... I would say that he is probably one of the least played heroes in the game. And it's mostly because he's got this awful, terrible travel power. This one here. It's slow, it's very awkward, and I also think that because the actual screen moves up and down when he bounces, I think some people get seasick or whatever it is, you know. You see how the screen kind of 2.6 million. There's a 2.3 million, 5 million, 1.9 million. Oh, we don't even have our pet with us. 1 million. I'm just like doing regular punches right now. I just love to finish him off with that power. That inflate power where he gets all of his spirit back. That's great. Let's go take out Crossbones. Yeah, so he's wanky little travel power. The fact that he bounces up and down. I think some people... Let's see here. There's a 2 million, a 5.7 million, a 6.5 million, and a 1.8 million. That's not bad. There's another 1.8 million. And he's dead.
Not even an inanimate object will stay the mighty hand of Mr. Fantastic.
$4.2 million to 2.8 million. Oh, that's all we got out of that? Come on. $1.3 million. Yeah, he's a lot of fun to play. I have a ball playing him. I really do. He's fun because he's so different than all the other heroes. I guess his voice acting is kind of annoying as well. So I can see why he's not played a lot, but for me, he's pretty fun. And you can see with that signature power, You know, we did 4 point some million, we did 5 point some million. And we could take out groups and groups of enemies, right? So that's always a good thing. And we could just bounce around all day long as our little boing, boing, boing.
Not even an inanimate object will stay the mighty hand of Mr. Fantastic.
$5 million, 2.3 million, 1.5 million, 2.2 million, and most of these were crits. They weren't even brutal strikes. That's kind of disappointing. Oh, get out of there. Whoa, out of damage all of a sudden.
I could go back and
That's a lot of damage.
but once was enough for me.
Oh, there's another guy. I didn't even see him there.
The brain is mightier than the sword.
Hello. Open the chest. Thank you. Oh, we got a Cosmic World Stone. I'm going to hit the R button here. Yeah, my R button didn't work. I must have it mapped to something else. Let's see. I'll look at that here in a second.
That's the best the worst has to offer. I'd say we're in good shape.
Let's see what our travel power. Oh, hey, let's put it in R then. Sure. Oh, that's awful. Yeah, that's awful.
You have no right to exist.
Oh, that's really bad. Did I not kill this guy just a minute ago? What happened? He respawned already? There's a 5.2 million. There's a 4.7 million, a 2.4 million. That's pretty good damage, huh? There's a 2 million there, another million, and down he goes. Oh my gosh. Oh, you know what? We are in the wrong zone. We should be in Hightown Patrol. What happened? We were in Midtown. Did it switch or something? It was in Midtown earlier, wasn't it? Or did I read it wrong? I think I messed up. I thought we were doing bonus today was for. I think I might have messed up. Hey, how you doing there, JK123? I think I messed up. I think. So when you get in Marvel Heroes, you don't want to be wasting your time like I've been doing. You should be doing several things. Number one, if you got a level 60 hero, you should always be trying to get Odin marks. You're going to be using Odin marks for your blessings and to get your legendary items. So each blessing costs 100 Odin marks. Each legendary item costs 300. So every hero is going to cost you 700 Odin marks. So you want to make sure you're always trying to get Odin marks. The best way to do Odin marks is to complete your quests for the day. Each day it'll be different. You can see here it rotates between Hightown Patrol, Midtown, and Industrial City and Hightown are your 3 different zones. You also have one-shot stories, and you also have terminal shares. If you actually look at your mission log, you can see that shared quests, you can see if you completed them and how many times you completed them. And that will get you reward chests, and in each chest you will receive between 3 and 5 Odin marks. If the first time you complete it, you'll get 2 chests. You get the bonus chest, and then every time after that, you'll just receive 1 chest. So in a couple hours of time, you should be able to get 4 or 5 completions. Oh, there's a 1,000 Odin Mark legendary now? Ah, from doing the Hammer Bay daily, weekly. Yeah. The other thing I should mention is when you are there, you should also hit your L key, go to your mission log, and check out your legendary quests. And make sure your legendary quest is where whatever zone you're in. So in this case, I'm in Hightown Patrol. I want one that goes to Hightown. This one is for Midtown. So I'm going to re-roll that. It's going to cost me $15,000, but you can see this one is for Hightown. And again, I will receive 2 Odin marks just by completing this quest. So between completing your daily quests and your legendary quests, you should be earning Odin marks pretty regularly. I would say, you should be getting about 20 an hour, maybe more, if you can get in with a good group. And if you're not wasting time in the wrong zone like I was. I don't know how I misread that. That was my fault, I guess. Let's see how much damage. 6.5 million. 2.6. Nothing. Nothing. 2.3. So somebody add up all that for me and tell me how much damage we just did. I would say it was probably between 8 to 10 million. Just for our signature power. Do-do-do-do. That was bad. That was very bad shot. So let's see if we can get into a party here and get some extra people on our side.
You had to talk to Doom, didn't you? Now we'll have to.
Okay, there he is. And let's see how much damage we can do to him. Ready? 6.2 million. 6.3 million. That's 12 million. I couldn't see the number. It was blocked. So that was 12 million on the first 2 hits, and then the last 3 I didn't see any numbers, so that's a bummer. Now don't get upset or frustrated if your heroes don't do as much damage as mine. Because this is an MMO, the more you play, the more you invest your time and effort into it, the better, the more stats, the more everything you'll have. So a lot of people go, well, how come you're doing 12 million points of damage and I'm not doing 12 million points of damage? And then they get mad and they quit. And we're out of spirit. That's never a good thing. Oh, I know why. Because we didn't activate our little inflate power. Woof, there we go. We missed the boss too because I was being dumb. Hey, alright, so we got a group started. There we go. So it's important to get in a group when you're running your events. The reason it is important is because you notice that this is the shared quest, which means you will see my stats going up, and even though I'm not killing anybody, because anybody on my team that's doing something will come into play in my quests as well. So if you have 5 people in your group and everybody's killing enemies and bosses and getting a whole bunch of rewards and everything, that will help you, and everything you do will help them. So it's important to get into a group if you can. There's a 6.8 million. That's not bad. I'll take that.
That's the best the worst has to offer. I'd say we're in good shape.
Piece of cake, he says. It's a piece of cake. Wow, look at that. Ooh, that was a nice explosion there. Nice explosion of goodies. Still not as good as when they're running like their special events and stuff. That's just some of the stuff you can get during that is so good. Alright, let's try our damage here. Where's one? 4.9, 3.2, 6.3, and a 3.9 again. Wow, that was pretty good. That was a 3, a 6, a 4, and a 3. So how much damage would that have been? 6, 3, 4, 3 is 9 and 7. That was 16 million points of damage on his signature power. And notice what just happened. I just completed my legendary quest, and I got my 2 ode marks. Now another one will come up, and I want it to match my zone again. So I'm going to find one that will give me Hightown. So I need to kill paramilitary soldiers, and I'm going to get 1 ode mark. That's fine. And it won't take but a few minutes to do that. And I'll be earning ode marks so I can get legendary items, blessings, etc., etc., etc. Oh, there's my legendary quest again already. Boof, look at that. So I just earned me another 1 ode mark. So, same thing. We're going to go in and re-roll it until we get one that matches our zone. Of course, this will take some money. So make sure you have lots of money. Here's Industrial City and Midtown. Does not have Hightown though. Nope, don't want that one. Nope, don't want that one. Don't want that one. Nope. Nope. Sometimes you got to re-roll them a few times. So it could cost you a little bit of cash. There's one. So we just need demons and sorcerers. Fortunately for us, all these little ninjas running around are demons or sorcerers. So we will get a bonus. And there we did. We completed our quest already. 6 million there. That was pretty sweet. Let's pick up our ode mark there. So we've gotten about 4 or 5 ode marks just by making sure our legendary quest is in the zone we're going to be playing. We're going to be here anyways, so it's basically free ode marks, and you're going to be using ode marks for everything. So at level 60. So let's open up all this crap. Alright, pick up all that junk. Alright, off we go, off we go. Let's see if we can get some more people involved in our group.
Don't believe might makes right. Certainly settled that dispute.
Good, good, good. So while you're in Hightown, all you want to do is basically run around and kill the bosses and complete the events. And you'll end up killing all of these guys, these other guys along the way. So you don't really have to worry about like specifically targeting them. And there's one of the captains we need to kill. Now we can teleport. That's the other good thing about being in a group, is you can teleport to anyone in your group. So I don't need to run all the way over there. I could just teleport to them. Now we're gonna see if we can do some damage here. 3.9 million. Where are they? Here they are. 4.6 million. 1.9 million. 1.4 million. Bunch of goodies. Oh, we need to find... Oh, here's a dude. Let's invite him to our party. This guy left, so we're going to kick him from the group. Because if he's not in here... If he's not working for me, I don't want him in my group. You know what I mean? I'd rather get somebody else in the group that can work for me. Because we're all working together, right? It's as much as they do, as much I do, and everybody benefits. So if somebody leaves the group, then screw them, they're out.
Your dreams of crime end here.
Here's the bosses. There's a 5.9, a 3.2, and a 6.4. That was some serious good damage by Mr. Incredible. I'm sorry, Mr. Fantastic. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I was thinking about The Incredibles, the old the movie there. One of my all-time favorite kids movies. Oh my god, it's so good. I watched that probably 25 times. It's so good movie. Who doesn't like that movie? It's awesome. $4.9 million, 3 million, 5.8 million, and 6.3 million. Yeah. Mr. Incredible, you are incredible. I'm going to call him Mr. Incredible from now on, because I like that. Get around them. Let's go. So now's your chance. If you want to see any hero, if you're interested, let me know. I am up to play any hero you want. Let me know in the chat. In the meantime, we're just using Mr. Incredible. And we're totally wrecking face as Mr. Fantastic. Oh, no, 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 not Squirrel Girl. No, no, anyone but Squirrel Girl. Yeah, if you're new to my channel, you know I hate Squirrel Girl. She's my least favorite of every hero in the game. So, yeah. But I will say, even though she's my least favorite, you will notice. Alright, you know what? We will switch to Squirrel Girl.
Is winter over already?
Oh my god, seriously. So here's the problem I have with Squirrel Girl. Well, there's several things, but here's my main problem with Squirrel Girl. Is you look at her, any of her powers, I don't care, let's just take a random power here. So this one here, this is her, like her big boy non-signature power is what I like to call it. You can see it does between 35 and 53,000 points of damage, and it does 3 hits. So you multiply 3 by 35,000, you get, what is that, 120,000 to 150,000 for her big boy power. And there's a 7-second cooldown. You compare that with any other hero in the game, and it's probably 5 times less than every other big boy's non-signature power. Let's just take another random hero. Let's see. Let's take Punisher, for example. When I look at Punisher and we look at his big boy non-signature power. So there's his signature power. Look at another one of his powers he does. He does 25 to 38,000, and he does 50 hits. Squirrel Girl does 3 hits that has about the same amount of damage. Not only that, but he takes 50% less damage while challenging, and he gives himself a buff for 4.9 seconds. So, yeah, that's where I have a problem with Squirrel Girl. Not only that, but if we go back to Squirrel Girl here, she's way underpowered, and they haven't done anything to update her, fix her. This isn't her default costume, by the way. I got a costume for her. Every one of her powers is really low, but the other thing is, look at the ranks that I'm getting from her powers. 38, 38, 36, 34. We got a 43 and a 45. 43, 45, 38, 38, 34, 36. So mostly in the 30s and then a couple in the 40s, right? If we go to any other random hero, let's just say we'll look at Wolverine, who we looked at just a minute ago, and look at his powers. He's at 47, 47, 47, 47, 50, 46, 47. So the lowest one we have is 47, 46. So the reason that is, let's go back to Squirrel Girl now, is her items are not giving her enough bonuses in what she needs. And that means rank wise. Okay. But there's a reason for that, and I got to get rid of some of this crap so I can show you. And hopefully this will make sense for everyone out there. It's not that I feel like my main complaint against Squirrel Girl in the beginning was, her voice acting, it makes me feel like I'm a 13-year-old girl the way she acts in the game. It's not conducive to, a fun time. Let's just put it that way. So that's the number one reason I didn't like her. But then, when I was doing my upgrade on all my heroes, I said, well, I got to upgrade her. And so I was trying her out, and we were playing her and upgrading her and giving her every item that we could possibly give her that's going to give her bonuses, just like every other hero, because I want it to be fair. I don't want to give anyone a bonus that she's not getting. So she's got a legendary item. She's got blessings. She's got unique items. She's got everything just like all the other heroes. Except for, here's two important things. We have an any hero item for slot 1. We have an any hero item for slot 2. We have an any hero item for slot 3. We have her item for slot 4. And we have a any hero item for slot 5. So of all the items that she has, we are only using one and only one of her own items. And that's because her items are so bad. The items I actually gave her are 5 times better and more unique than the items that she actually comes with. So she's way underpowered, and they haven't done anything to update her or change her or make her any better whatsoever. So she's not fun to play because she's annoying, number one. And then she's not fun to play because every other hero in the game is 10 times better than her, which makes her not fun to play either. Right now I am randomly trying to upgrade some of my items here. Get rid of that. Okay, so for example, let's compare, because you guys might think, I think you're wrong, which, that's a possibility. I could be wrong, but let's look at the items that comes. So you can see here the Squirrel System Utility Belt would normally go into slot 3. Well, if we compare the two items, it's going to give her a few ranks in her squirrel powers and 4 ranks in her squirrel power. So the more squirrels and the squirrel power. So we're losing some ranks. But what else does it give us? It gives us some power duration, which we don't really care about. It gives us more credits. It gives us more XP. And those are all things you don't care about when you're level 60. You don't care about getting more XP. You don't care about getting 4 more credits per drop. You care about things that are going to enhance your character, such as critical hit rating, brutal strike rating, more health, whatever. You can see the health that her item is giving her is 486 points. The item that I gave her is giving her 1,986 health, a 1,500 health bonus. What else does the item I gave her give her? Well, up at the top, it gives her 270 damage rating. Damage rating over here is what all your numbers are based upon, is how much damage your default rating is. Oop, go back to that item. Sorry, there we are. So I'm giving her more damage rating, giving her this special unique item. Summoned allied damage and duration, more health, better spirit cost reduction. and 3 ranks to all of her powers. So her Squirrel System Utility Belt gives her 3 ranks to the more squirrel powers and 4 ranks to her squirrel powers. So if we look at that, stop, P, hello, there we go. So it's giving her 3 ranks to all of these, and it's giving her 4 ranks to all of these. The item that I actually gave her is this one. It's giving her 3 ranks to everything. So she's getting 3 ranks into all of her powers. So if you look at it, we're not actually losing any ranks. We're actually gaining ranks in everything based upon the item that I've given her. Same thing goes with her slot 2, her slot 1, and her slot 5. She just doesn't have the items or the stats or anything to really support a viable character. I think when she first came out, she was okay damage-wise, but she hasn't been updated or anything for a long time. In fact, you can tell because if we look at some of the mechanics in the game, and let's see if I can find a good example of this. Who would be a really good example of the newer mechanics in the game? Let's think of some of the heroes that just came out. Let's switch to Ultron here. Alright, so this is kind of the new mechanic of the game, is almost all the new heroes that's come out for the last year and a half have got this thing where you choose a power and then you choose like a subcategory that'll give you bonuses to some of your other powers. And in this case, Ultron actually has one in each different area. Uh-oh, new follower notification. Oh. So that's kind of the newer mechanic that they've added to all the new heroes. So any of the heroes that's come out pretty much within the last year and a half, it doesn't matter, choose any of the other ones. They all have that kind of mechanic where you choose a power and then you choose some subcategories and it's going to give you, let's see, does Magic have it? I don't know if... Yep, so she's got the same thing where you choose a power and then you go, oh, okay, I'm going to get bonuses to this power and this power and this power and this power based upon what your subcategories are. And it gives you some good synergies between some of your powers where if you choose option A, you might get bonuses to your soul swords. If you choose option B, it might give you bonuses to your summons. If you choose option C, it's going to give you bonuses to some of your other powers. Well, if we look at Squirrel Girl, she's got none of that newer mechanics, which means she hasn't been updated in at least a year and a half. You can see none of her powers kind of go, if you activate this power, then get a bonus to this power. Or if you activate your signature power, then all your Let's Fighting powers are energized for 8 seconds. Or if you activate the Squirrel Special Forces, all your Squirrel powers for the next 8 seconds are going to do 20% more damage. She's got no synergy between her powers, which makes her way, way, way underpowered. And like I said, her items hasn't been updated. She needs a completely redo. When she first came out, a lot of people were playing her because she was new and interesting. She wasn't like a lot of the other heroes. But the more time that goes by, you see less and less Squirrel Girls being played because she's so underpowered. In fact, of all of the 59 heroes we have in the game, she's probably the #1 least powerful hero in the game, and probably because she hasn't been played very often. So, let's see.
Here comes the cavalry.
So a lot of people think I'm against Squirrel Girl, and yes, I will admit I am against her just because of what I said. You know, I don't want to play the game feeling like I'm a 13-year-old girl. And so that kind of just puts a negative feeling against her, but in reality, there's much more to it than that. And I've got no matches whatsoever. Are you kidding me? I can't even upgrade. That's disappointing. All right, so let's look at a real hero now. Somebody wants to see Spider-Man. Well, we played Spider-Man a little bit ago, but we could jump back in and play some more Spider-Man. Notice we got the orange Spider-Man going on there.
Trouble? Near me? Who'd have guessed?
Autobahn for Squirrel Girl haters. Yep, that's it. What do I need to do here? Who do we want? We got to go back to one of the other heroes who's got my pet. Who was it? It was somebody we were playing just a minute ago. Who were we playing with? Oh, was it Loki? Yep. No, he's got his own pet. Who was it before Loki? Was it Wolverine? Somebody's got my pet out there. Spider-Man is a real hero. That's right, baby. I'm going to show you Spider-Man like you've never seen before. Who do I think the easiest is to prestige? That's a great question. I'll get to that in just a second. Let me think for a second because I'm trying to find my pet, and then I will answer your question. That is a really good question. Mr. Fantastic has it. Thank you so much. Somebody's on the ball out there, and it's certainly not me. So we're going to give our pet over. Oh my God, listen to what I'm doing. I'm hitting the wrong button. Jesus, what the hell am I doing? Start again. All right, there we go. Thank you in the chat. Okay, so if you're going to prestige any of your heroes, it all comes down to how fast are you going to earn experience points? I mean, that's what you're getting, is you're trying to get as many experience points as fast as you can, right? So you're going to find a hero that has got to do the most damage possible, and that is mostly against bosses because you can fight minions all day long and you're not going to get as much experience points as you will taking out bosses. So you got to find a hero that does a lot of damage to bosses and does it pretty quickly because you don't want, if we're talking about speed here, the easiest to prestige, are you talking speed-wise, or are you talking, easiest to play? I guess that's a little bit of a difference. If you're talking about speed-wise, you want probably one of the top 18 heroes in the game that does the most damage. There's haves, there's have-nots, and then there's the middle tier. Cosmic Prestige Ant-Man, let's go. All right. No, I don't have Ant-Man. I got him up to green Prestige now. But you know what? Here's my feeling is... What's my feeling? My feeling is I don't mind prestiging them up to red and orange and purple and all that because, I'm going to be playing anyways, but I'm not going to be doing the crazy, stupid, insane 25 times the amount of damage or 25 times the amount of XP you need for Cosmic. I just don't have the desire to spend that much time, trouble, and effort to do it. That's just crazy. Anybody that does, I have nothing but the utmost respect for them, and I'm just in awe of them. But personally, I could care less about Cosmic prestiging. I don't have the patience. My ADHD and all my other, you know, issues. I couldn't sit there and do it. I guess I could, because I've done other stupid shit like that. Here's Spider-Man. Spider-Man is so good. We played him a little bit ago, but just to kind of highlight his awesomeness is the fact that his signature power, if you get into a really good group of enemies, you can literally see the screen turn red with all of your brutal strikes.
There go your premiums.
Which is so good. And the other thing is he has every one of his powers does a million points of damage. Like, you know, I mean, constantly there was like 3 millions right there in a row. I mean, you don't even have to try and you're doing a million points of damage every second. There's 1.5. I could just call them out every time I see them, but I mean, you see there's a 1.9, there's a 1 million there. It's just like he just does so much consistent damage. Consistent 1 to 2 million just on everything he does. We're gonna find a hell of a group of enemies, and we're gonna signature power, and we're gonna cause. There we go. Ready for the screen to turn red. Bam! Ah, that wasn't bad. 3.8 million across the board. I'll take that. I've seen it better, but you know. Where'd you go? There you are. And the other thing is, if you play Spider-Man, you have to have Spider-Man as your pet. Because what I try to do is I try to do this ballet thing where whenever my pet does a move, then I do the move, and we just like go back and forth where he'll do a certain move, then I'll do a certain move after him, and we'll try and match them up together and see if we can like both come crashing down on the enemy at the same time. And it's kind of like synchronized Marvel heroes is what I like to call it. Here we go. Kill, kill, kill. Bam! 3.3 million across the board on like 25 dudes. That's not too bad. I do lots of damage, my man. I do lots of damage. If you have got a level 60 hero and you're not doing this much damage as I said, if you're not doing as much damage as you probably don't have all of your level 60 upgrades. We can go through that if you would like. I can give you some tips, some hints, some tricks to get yourself upgraded. Number one, get your legendary items. Oh, watch out. Don't get killed. Alright, well, first things first, don't get... Whoa. I got run over, just about dead there. First of all, don't get mad and upset that I'm doing a lot more damage than you. I know a lot of people... They go, oh man, this guy's doing like 12 million points of damage and I'm doing like crap damage. And they get frustrated and mad. Being an MMO means it's all about how much time and effort and you put into it, because the more time and effort you put into it, the more resources you're going to have to upgrade your hero. And it's a good thing you weren't here a little bit ago when we were doing 16.9 million points of damage with Emma Frost. Then you'd really be mad. Well, good to hear. I'm inspiring you because that's what I'm here for. I mean, a lot of people are new, or when I was new, I wasn't doing 16.9 million points of damage. But all right, so at level 60, here's the gist. Somebody just dropped that on the ground. Which one is that? Oh, that's that one. We don't care about that one. All right, at level 60, it's all about critical hits and brutal strikes. So you want to get your critical hit and brutal strike rating as high as possible. So you want to get them at least 50-50. You can see here our physical attacks are doing 54.4% of the time. So more than half the time I'm going to be critical hitting. And your brutal strike rating is at 45.8%. So you want to get that up to at least 50%. So whenever you critical hit, half the time you're going to be brutal striking, which means 1 out of every 4 times you want a brutal strike. And then of course, once you do critical hits and brutal strikes, you want to get your damage rating as high as possible. The number one way to get your critical damage rating really high is to not screw up like me and not have that. Wow, I never did that. The number one way to get your critical damage rating up is to adjust your costume.
How can sword help?
With item grade offensive 1 through 4 with critical damage rating. So just like that, critical damage rating. Once you have that in all 4 categories, like I should, and I have not done Spider-Man correctly. Oops, try that again. Hulk's Meteor Strike does more than Emma's attack. Well, it depends on how much Hulk's does. How much does Hulk's do? We've done 19.7 million points of damage with Emma Frost. So, can you beat 19.7 million? Critical damage rating. There we go. And we're going to do that for the same item grade 1 through 4, right? And so we go 1, 2, 3. All right, once I have all of them at critical damage rating, then I'm going to go in and re-roll Cosmic Affix grades 1 through 4 until I've got them all green. So you can see right now we're doing item grade number 1. So I'm just basically re-rolling it until I get a green one. Now we're at green, so we're going to do the same thing with item grade number 2 and do the same thing. 1%, come on, give me a break. 23%, 75. And if you want to be a perfectionist, you can keep rolling these over and over again until you get 100% in each one. But you know what? I'm not really that concerned about it. What's the best way to get a costume core? The best way is they have a special event they run usually a couple times a year. And I'm trying to remember what it is, but one of the rewards you can get is a Cosmic Core that'll give you 1,000 defensive rating plus 4 random rolls on it, and it usually ends up being pretty good. Did you answer my question about Cosmic Hightown? I was distracted. Repeat your question because I probably didn't. I'm sorry. What was your question about Cosmic Hightown? my god, how many times am I going to have to re-roll this one? There it is, 98%. That's good enough. Good enough for me. I'm sorry, could you repeat your Cosmic Hightown question again? $66. I've been kind of rolling here. And is it worth doing? Absolutely. Absolutely. Cosmic is much better, whether it's Midtown Patrol or Industrial City. You get much better rewards. 97%. It's absolutely worth doing it. Obviously, you know, it's not hard. The Cosmic Trial is not hard at all. With that said, it might be difficult to complete it, but it's not hard. There's a big difference. You just need to understand what you're doing there and the best way to defeat it. Like, I always end up getting killed by these stupid robots that spawn at the end there because of their stupid little power where they slam their foot on the ground and it stuns you for 3 seconds, and then they use their little laser beams to zap you in the face and kill you instantly, which really sucks. So, the way around that, obviously, is to make sure you don't get caught up in their area of effect attack. Let's see what we got here. Anything decent? So it's not too difficult if you understand what the process is, which means whenever those robots get ready to do their attack, you need to get the hell out of there. It doesn't matter what hero you have, you need to get the hell out of the way because they will instantly kill you with their stupid stun attack. Well, Omegas are definitely important because with Omegas you can round out your character's weaknesses or enhance your character's strengths. So that's the benefit of Omegas. I think you can do it if you had 0 Omegas, as long as you have all of your other stuff. Okay, so number 1, you need to have a pet that's been totally upgraded. Okay, so that's going to take you a little while. And obviously, if you can get a pet with the plus 10% brutal damage rating, so this is my favorite pet because of the plus 10% brutal damage rating. And obviously, this pet works best with ranged heroes because it's giving me 2 ranks to all my ranged powers as well, plus 3 fighting. So you got to have your pet. You got to have them upgraded the best you can. You got to have a pretty decent insignia. You got to have your costume upgraded, and you got to have a pretty decent core. So when we talk about cosmic cores, there are certain things that you should look for. Where are my cosmic cores? And I will show you. Let me think about this. Where did I put my cosmic cores? Here they are. Okay, I found them. So, the number 1 thing that you should get is a cosmic core. Let me see if I can find one that's got it on here. See if I can find one. Okay, so the number 1 thing you should try to get in the cosmic core is the bottom one in this one. Become invulnerable for 2 seconds when you use a med kit. Becoming invulnerable is one of the most powerful abilities in the game, which means Anytime you're fighting a boss, you will notice there's a red circle on the ground when they're going to do an attack. And if you time your med kits properly, when they do their powerful attack and you are invulnerable, they have wasted their attack. And you've saved yourself several important things. Number one, you've saved yourself from taking a lot of damage, but more importantly, you can stay in the fight and continue attacking the enemy, and you don't have to run away from them where you're losing DPS per second, because you can stand there and take their attack because you're invulnerable. So that is the number one most important power you should try to get on all your cosmic cores. If you don't have a core that has that, that's fine. The second most important thing you should get is the one that's on the bottom one here, where you're going to gain 400 health whenever you hit an enemy. This is ultra important too, because if you miss your invulnerability and you take some damage, you can quickly get your damage back by doing what? Attacking the enemy, which is what you want to be doing anyways. You want to stand there and bash the enemy with all of your powers, doing as much damage as quickly as you can, and if you don't have to do something to get your health back other than attack him, you're actually in an advantageous place where you're doing extra DPS and you're getting health back. So if you can get a cosmic core that has invulnerability and gaining health back on every hit, that is like ultra good. And then there is one more, and this one isn't quite as important anymore, but it's the regenerate 25% of your health and, more importantly, 100% spirit when you use a med kit. Because a lot of heroes, you don't want to use a basic attack, you want to use your ultra powerful attacks, and you'll be going through your spirit real quickly. If you can energize a med kit every 6 seconds and get 100 spirit back, again, that means you can stay in the fight longer, you're doing more DPS against your enemies, you don't have to, if I have to run away from my enemy to get my health back and re-energize, I'm losing damage against that enemy. So anything I can do to keep the damage up is ultra important. This one not only will get your health back, but more importantly, it'll get your spirit back as well. If you got one that has invulnerability, the med kit, and 400 life on a hit, do you know how much it's worth? It's probably worth a lot of money. I have no idea the going cost on anything in the game. It's probably worth a lot of money because these are ultra good. And if you can get one that has the special 1000 defensive rating on it as well, oh, that's so good. So good. There would be some heroes at mid-max. You had it for about 6 months. Wow. Yeah. If you have one that's got those 3 things in it, you're sitting good. That's why that one event that they run, everybody pretty much uses their tries to get as many cosmic cores as they can, trying to get a roll that'll get the invulnerability and the health on hit and they regenerate 25% of your health and spirit, because they keep rolling them over and over and over again until they get at least 2 of the 3. On this one, you can see I got 2 of the 3 on it with Spider-Man, regenerating the health and spirit and the 400 health on hit. So obviously that's pretty darn good. So we talked about it. You need your pet upgraded. You need a halfway decent insignia. You need to get your costume up and running. You need to get a legendary item. Relics, of course, are ultra important. Your blessings on your artifacts are important. Your cosmic medallion. Your good U-Forged. And there are some good U-Forged that you're going to have to track down or get enough resources to get the recipes. So you're not going to get all of them right off the bat. But there are some really good ones. The power dupe is obviously good, but you need to go and spend, what are they? Let's see, the power dupe comes with, is it the Cosmic World Stones? I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So you need to collect these so you can get that U-Forged, which is ultra good for heroes that use multiple different powers, energy, mental, or physical. If you use multiple. Now, Spider-Man just happens to be all physical, so it doesn't benefit him as much as other heroes. Then, of course, you need to have your dupe rune as well, which are a rare resource. So, I mean, to get all of this stuff, and you're not, and not have any omegas, I think you could still make the cosmic trials. But to get all of this stuff is going to take a while, and you're going to be earning omegas as you do it. So I think you're going to go in with some omegas, but I think you could do it without. So let's go watch some more Spider-Man. Spider-Man! That's not where I'm going.
Spidey, something tells me you got beat up a
So again, yeah, I don't, come on. What's wrong with my keyboard? It's taking like a second for it to pop up. So then, yeah, so that's just the first step, right? Is getting all this stuff upgraded. Then, of course, most importantly, and I can't stress this enough, is to get your gear leveled up to level 69. So all of your item grade 60 items, say like this here, Karagi's Katana, you'll notice down in the bottom left-hand corner it says item required 60, item grade 63. You need to get all of your items upgraded from level 63 to 66, and then you need to upgrade them again from level 66 to level 69. To do that, you need to get all these recipes for all of your different items from, slot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then to upgrade to level 66, and then same thing again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, from item grade 66 up to grade 69. This will take you a while to do as well. This is very important, but when you upgrade these, you're going to get bonuses to all of your stats that make them even better and better and better and better. So you're going to get more ranks, which means when you go into your ranks here, instead of being, item rank 43, it's going to be 48. Instead of being, 40, it's going to be 45. Instead of 40, it's going to be 46. So you're going to be doing about 20 to 80,000 points more damage per power just by item grade, just by putting item grades in and just getting your extra ranks. Plus, of course, you're going to get better stats because all your brutal strike ratings and everything go up. For example, we will demonstrate to show you what I'm talking about. We will take Karagi's Katana. And right now, let's take it out of there for a second. So if we just look at it really quickly, we have 847 damage rating, 177 versus bleeding, 337 versus critical hits, 334 with a brutal strike, 550 critical damage rating, 817 brutal damage rating, 205 dodge, 8% chance to cause an enemy to cause 1,533 damage, and 2 ranks to all powers. So I don't know if I can remember any of those numbers, but let's look at the important ones, which of course at level 60 are your critical hit rating and your brutal strike rating. So right now we're at 337 and 334. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to put this in here, and we're going to spend the money to craft it up to level 6. So we were at 337 and 334. You can see we got 20 points in each. Now we're going to put this over here and we're going to upgrade it to the next level as well. And notice we're up at 369 and 366. So again, a little bit of a buff to both all of our stat numbers, but look at what happened down at the bottom. Instead of 2 ranks to each power, we are now at 3 ranks to each power. So by just upgrading this item, we are getting 1 bonus rank every single one of our powers. So instead of being, rank 45, it would be rank 46. And the difference in that is going to be, let's see if we can actually get a damage rating. So you can see here, just for example, if we look at Arachnid Assault, we're going to be doing, 5,000 points of damage extra just by 5,000, and we're going to be doing 8 hits. So, that's like 45,000 points of damage just by getting one extra rank in that. That's why upgrading your items is so important up to level 69, because they're going to give you all these stats and bonuses and stuff. But it will take you a long time. It took me a long time, because you need to get Protectorate accommodations and champion accommodations. I'm sorry, hero accommodations and protectorate accommodations. And I believe, unless they've adjusted, let's go find out, because I haven't done it in a while, because I've had mine for a little while. If we go to hubs and we go to Odin's Palace, let's take a look and see what the going rate is. So you go to Odin's Palace, and you go down to the southeast corner, and you're going to find Hogan here.
Don't you get cold?
And when you stop in to talk to Hogan, here are all the recipes that you will need to upgrade. And you can see just for our item slot 1, gear 1 upgrade, it's going to cost us 350 hero accommodations. So that is going to get one item from level 63 to 66. It's going to cost you 350. So 2 is 250, 200, 200, 350, and then of course you got to do the same thing again for level 66 up to level 69. So it's going to take you a long time to get all these, and you earn these. Let's see what it actually says you earn these for doing. You earn these by doing raids, daily quests, one-shot story terminals. You can acquire up to 250 each week. Yeah, good luck trying to get 250 each week. So raids, daily quests, and one-shot story terminals. So I think in the one-shot terminal you get like 5 of them. The daily quests, you get a couple in those chests that we earned earlier. And then I think you earn 20 from completing a raid, I believe is what it is. So it's going to take you a long time to upgrade that. And yeah. So when you're doing it, most importantly, this is the way you should do it. You should do item slot number 1 first. It does cost you the most. Danger room merits. Hang on a second. Let me finish this. Let me finish my thought. So you should upgrade item slot number 1, most important, because this is your main damage dealer. Okay, so item slot number 1, it does cost you the most, so save up. Don't get greedy when you get 200 and try to go for the cheapo slot 3 or slot 4. Then when you upgrade item slot number 1, you want to then item grade number 5. Again, it's going to be very expensive, but again, this is another normal damage dealer. Now in this case, Spider-Man doesn't have a damage dealer over here as much as some of the other heroes.
Blackwater version of Iron Man.
But a lot of the heroes will actually have a damage rating on their 5th item slot here. So you want to do number 1, then you want to do number 5. Then you want to do 2, 3, and 4. So 1, 5, 2, 3, 4 is the way that I always think it's best to do. And then once you upgrade all of them, then you want to do it again. 1, 5, 2, 3, and 4. Danger room merits, I don't know. I don't really care about the danger room merits, so I don't know the best way to answer that. Sorry. Let's see. You earn them by completing danger room scenarios. I've only ever done danger room scenarios maybe 3 times. I just don't find them that interesting. And
Nito, what the hell is he doing here?
while I'm in the game playing, I'm usually
Have I ever told
trying to
you I
earn.
before?
I'm going for a. While I'm playing, I'm trying to accomplish something. I guess is the hard way to say that. So, for example, I might be in the game and all I care about is completing my daily quests so that I can get lots of Odin marks. Or I might be in Hightown to get lots of items that I need so I can turn them in for money or whatever. When I'm playing danger room scenarios, it seems like it's just a waste of time because I don't get any reward. There's no purpose for me to do that other than getting the danger room merits. So that's probably a bad way of explaining things, but
All right, let's do this.
I'm going to take a drink real quick. You guys got me talking so much. If you're new to my channel or haven't checked out, you can go on my YouTube. And if you're new coming in, I mentioned this earlier, but I did an actual review of every hero in the game last year, 2015. And I probably have between 100 and 150 Marvel Hero videos on my game channel. Again, that's ID Jester if you're interested. I played a lot of Marvel Heroes. I mean, a lot. And that's why I got a lot of resources. I mean, just like every other MMO game out there, if you spend a lot of time, you're going to get lots of resources to do the things that you need to do to upgrade your heroes or whatever. I played some War Thunder, but certainly not. Probably, I think I got like, I'll look at it here in a second. Let's fight Infernal. There's 103, 2.3 million. That's a lot of good damage. So if I just Alt-Tab out. Now, I just want everyone to know, in Steam, I didn't install Marvel Heroes until this year. I was always playing on the client version, but according to Steam, I've played 591 hours of Marvel Heroes. But when you compare that to my War Thunder, where's War Thunder? I have only 298 hours in War Thunder. So when you compare the two, I am in much better shape in Marvel Heroes because I've just played more. I got more resources to put into my heroes. I can get my new heroes upgraded from level 1 to level 60 in about 2 hours because of all the bonuses and buffs and specials and everything else that I run. But that didn't happen in the beginning, obviously. I got the new Angela hero Monday when I came back to Marvel Heroes. And of course, Monday's the day you want to play anyways to level up heroes. There's a good 2 million on everyone. But I got her leveled up from level 1 to 60 in about 2 hours. So I haven't played Marvel Heroes for about 4 months because I just got to the point where it was so frustrating and mad and just not having fun doing it anymore. Oh my god, I need some more enemies. Come on. 3.5 million across the board.
You do not impress me.
jolly.
So I'm thinking about having a, whoop, get out of the way, Spider-Man. Don't let him run you over. All right, here we go. Here we go. Fat boy, die. Oh, no critical hit on him. That's too bad. So I'm thinking about, oh, there's somebody got ran over. Let's see if we can revive him. Oh, somebody beat us to it. All right, that's okay. If you're playing, you see somebody go down, try to get them up. Try to help them out. Too many people, like, stand around and look at their treasure, and it's like, I know it's very frustrating. Even for a veteran player like myself, I'm like, dude, I'm standing right there. Come get me, you know. And they're like ignoring you, and then like after they check out their treasure, then they come over and they get you up finally after like 5 minutes. In the meantime, all your bubbles and everything have disappeared, and so I'm thinking about having a live stream for Marvel and just getting a whole bunch. Hey, we completed an event there. Getting a whole bunch of players in and doing like a Marvel Hero live stream of all of us playing the game. So if you got a level 60 hero and you're interested, of course, in the game, look me up in the social channel, add me as a friend, ID Jester, and we'll see if we can get some players for a live stream going. If we can get a group of 5 players going, that would be awesome. We could even do a raid if you guys want to try a raid. So if anybody be interested in that, let me know. Wow, that's like the 3rd time in a row I didn't get a critical hit on that, or brutal strike. That's making me not happy.
Who's a pirate's favorite photograph?
The other thing I would say to you guys, if you're new to the game, is definitely try to get yourself some extra stashes. So I think the game comes with 3. I think you get 3 by default, or maybe it's 1. I forget what it is. But try to get yourself some extra stashes because you're going to need to start collecting a lot of things. And if you don't have extra stashes, that just means you're going to be getting rid of stuff that later on you're probably going to wish you had. So, which, you know, I think they only cost, I think they're like 500G is what they are. I think I could be wrong on that, but I thought they were like 500G. And you can get like 5,000, what is it? I don't know. Let's look it up. No, that's not what I want. So if we want to add some G's, yeah, you can get 5,500 for like $50. So basically, for every dollar you spend, you get about 100 G. So for $50, you're getting 5,000 G's. With these 5,000 G's, you can get you a few stashes. You can get you some items that'll give you some buffs, and
It's
I
on.
find those to be very, very helpful, especially when you're, you know, running some of the special events or whatever. I used to have a whole bunch. Where do they all go? I think I know I didn't use them all. I just don't know where the hell I put them. So yeah, you can see I bought, like, they had a pack of like 10 of these different buffs, and there was like 3 or 4 each of them. Maybe there was 3 because it looks like there was 3, and there was like 10 of them, and it was like, I don't know, 2,000 G's or something. And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? I'll buy it. So that way, you know, whenever I need them now, I've got these different buffs that I can run around with. Here's some more stuff I haven't even looked at. +1 fighting and 7 credits for 5 minutes. And +1 durability and 100 defense for 5 minutes. I got like 64 and 65 of them. And I've got 3 of those. I've got so much stuff. I just don't even know where I've got it all. Oh boy. All right, let's see who else should we play? I haven't played any I'm gonna play Thing for a minute. Actually, you know what? This is a good idea. I haven't played Ghost Rider in forever. Let's switch over to Ghost Rider. I haven't seen Ghost Rider in forever. Since this guy showed up in Ghost Rider, we can be... See, I don't think that's the default costume, but the one I'm wearing is also not the default costume. The one I'm wearing is the original Ghost Rider costume. Again, all legend or artifacts with blessings. We got the legendary item. Oh, you know what? We even got him maxed out. That's cool. We got the critical damage rating all maxed out on him. Probably need a new insignia. Let's see. We got item grades 69, 69. Looks like he could use a couple upgrades here on his items.
Here comes the cavalry.
So what do we have? Slot 4, slot 2. Oops. Wrong button there, dude.
Hey, Webhead, how's it going?
So obviously I haven't played him for a little while because I've had to upgrade him. So let's see, Omegas. So 501 Omegas. So it's probably been a little while since I played him. With as many heroes as there are in the game now, it's hard to keep them, you know, play. Oh, no. What are you doing? And they keep changing things too, so what do I want? Mental damage? Sure, we'll take that. We'll take some points in this. There we go. Alright, that looks pretty good. Which one looks better? You think our original costume looks better or his costume? I think we actually, if I'm not mistaken,
Director Brand told us you'd be
we
coming.
actually have, yeah, we have a Ghost Rider stash, which, let's see if we switch this out. Oh yeah, that is the costume there. Alright. So this is the modern costume and the original costume. Which one do you guys think looks better? The original? I like playing with costumes that are not the default costume. Oh my gosh. So I've obviously kept some things for him in my stash. Don't know why, but okay. Alright, one thing I need to do before we start with Ghost Rider is to see if we can get an upgrade on our pets here. I need to hold that for a second.
Oh, you want to consume my sin, skull baby? Ha! You can have 'em!
What? That should have been 8. There it is. What do we get? 3 durability. Not as good as I would have liked. Alright. No, wait a minute. What am I doing? There we go. Where'd he go? Oh, they killed him? Really? Alright, so 3 million. Ah, that was pretty good. Oh, go back, go back. Oh yeah, yeah, we haven't even talked about Eternity Splinters yet. Obviously ultra important. Good way to get other heroes. I haven't bought a hero in years. I just use Eternity Splitters. Oh, I guess I should use my R button. I get yelled at from people for not using my R key, so I'll use my R key. Okay. So who goes Ghost Rider? What do you guys think about the fact that Marvel Heroes, Agents Marvel Heroes on the TV show, it's got some kind of Ghost Rider event thing going on. I don't know, because I haven't seen the I don't watch the TV ones during the year. I wait until the season's complete and then I get them and binge watch them all at the same time. So, because I don't like waiting a whole week to find out what's going on. I want to know, like, watch the next episode like right away, right? So what do we get? We got an artifact there. That's cool. What do we get? The Advanced Hellfang of Zarathos. Yeah, not great. We got a Cupid bow, though. Looks pretty cool, doesn't he? Alright, this time we're gonna... too much time messing around. Should have just went after him. Oh well. Used my signature power on that dude and just literally just took him out. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. I love this little, no, that's not the power I like. Where is it? The one where I fly up in the air and come crashing down in the middle of them. Ah! That's pretty good. And it seems to do some pretty good damage. Especially if you can put down your Inferno attack on him first. I think that does more damage. Do-do-do-do-do. What do we need? Yeah, we're any second. 2 more. There we go. Oh, that was sad. I misclicked. Didn't get our buff. Alright guys, I think I'm getting a little tired, so probably need to take a little break for a little while. So let's see if we got anything interesting at least. Nope, not really. Give me my stone. There we go. Alright. Well, at least we got a few things we can turn in for some goodies.
Director Brand told us you'd be coming.
Hello, I'd like to trade that in, please. Yeah, and I would like to trade in my bows, all 5 of them, for $500,000, please. Thank you. Get my $500,000 back. Alright, whatever. I don't need your stupid. I don't need your stupid thing. If you don't want to buy it, I don't care. Alright, whew. Well, again, if you're new and interested in Marvel Heroes, I do have a lot of videos on my YouTube channel, of course, ID Jester. You can check out all my videos there as well. Become a subscriber here on Twitch TV. Anytime we go live, you can check out what we're doing. Do some Marvel Heroes. I do lots of other games as well, but not always Marvel Heroes. So appreciate everyone joining us tonight. Thanks a lot for all of your questions, and hopefully I was able to help some of you out, understand some of the basic concepts behind Marvel Heroes. Got a chance to play 3 or 4, maybe 5 different heroes and see what they can do, see what their powers are. See, we'll get more into it, more specific builds and stuff like that. Come ready with more questions, and hopefully everyone had a good time checking this out. Thanks so much for joining us. We will see you guys next time. Till next time, everyone take care. Have a good night.